I can't believe you put all the fucking weed in garbage bags. After all these years of work with me, haven't you fucking learned anything? Now it could all be moldy and we could be fucked, you fucking dumbass.
I'm a dumbass? I'm not the weed guy here, okay? We're in this fucked up situation because of you, not me.
Whatever.
Whatever. I actually thought Leahy was your father. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You're fucking stupid. Like, really, for real, truly fucking stupid. Look, man, I'm sorry, you're not stupid. Leahy was pretty convincing. He almost had me fooled, too. I know you've been through a lot, but we all have. But just so you know, man, you're my best friend. I'd do anything. So can we please be cool? Please.
Just don't call me the S word, man. It's not cool anymore and it's fucking mean.
All right, man, I promise. I won't.
Breaker.
What the fuck?
Gotta stop, bud.
Bubs, what the fuck are you doing? Where the fuck are those two stupid idiots going?
Jacob's got the shits, and Corey said, and I quote, "Right on, dude, I'll come with you." Should we just wait for them, or?
It's up there. It's just up this road here to the right.
Fucking idiots.
Boys, head up the road to the right down to the lake when you're done shitting. Boys, just so you're aware, Jacob's been shitting green liquid lately. Green fucking liquid. He's an alien, I'm telling you. Keep your head on a swivel around him. Over.
What if he is a fucking alien? Like, is it possible he could turn my whole family into fucking aliens? Or?
How many times do I gotta go through this with you? Just because you look like an alien, he's not one. Man.
What the fuck? What are all these fucking signs up here? Free weed?
Free weed?
Right on, let's go fucking get some.
Ricky, this is where I fucking live.
Oh,
Boys,
yeah.
what the fuck are these signs?
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Holy fuck, boys, is that our weed? Did you see that?
Yeah, we saw it.
What the fuck are we gonna do? Like, that's gotta be our weed.
Better fucking not be.
Is that Leahy's fucking camper?
Fuck.
The fuck do these idiots want?
Get out of my fucking way.
Get going.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the man you've all been waiting for, Julian, the owner of the free weed.
Free weed! Free weed! Free weed!
Everybody shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
Hey, that old guy over there said that this thing was full. Come on, man.
Well, that old guy's drunk and he's out his goddamn fucking mind.
Hey, bro, that's false advertising, man.
False advertising. What are you gonna do, call the cops on me? Look, everybody, there's no weed here, okay? There's no free fucking weed. You can leave. Fuck, Julian, this is fucked. What are we gonna do? Let's go up the road, okay? Take down those fucking signs. Can you do that for me? Oh, I'll get the cocksuckers down.
Who do we talk to about the free weed?
There's no weed. Fuck off.
Whoa.
What the fuck's going on here, Leahy? Oh, Randy, would you get that out of my face?
We were just enjoying a couple of drinky poos down by the old seaside. Listen, Randy, don't you think you should tell these people to get off your property, Julian?
This isn't my property, okay? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it isn't? Oh, that's fantastic. Because Randy down here, just relaxing and maybe working out our wedding plans. But are there usually that many people hanging out around here, Julian?
I don't know. I don't have a clue. I'm never out here.
No?
No.
Don't worry, Mr. Leahy. If any of these dirty, filthy shit hippies get out of control, I got the police on speed dial.
I'll get you on fuck off dial.
Julian, there's nothing sexier than having a powerful man in your grip and watching him squirm. Hey, Rick. Don't give up, guys! Free weeds are coming! The whole fucking container's full of this shit!
Excuse me, sir. Keep your hands where we can see it, please.
Oh, that's not a weapon. That's
Please just drop it.
tool from my truck there.
So what's going on here?
Oh, you're probably wondering about that crazy sign there, are you?
Yeah, we had a couple people who phoned in about it.
Yeah, no, that's
What's your name?
my name is my name's Bubbles. You guys know Jim, or Jim knows you?
Jim who?
There's a lot of Jims. Maybe you know one
Listen,
of the Jims.
What's your involvement with this?
Oh, this?
A misunderstanding.
Yes, it's
Why are you so nervous then?
Well, just, you know, because of what that says, and it's not supposed to say that. See what happened, my friend, he has a big pile of wood, actually, and he's been trying to give it away, and he asked some kids to make some signs, and obviously, you know, they're just fucking with him or they don't know how to spell.
All right. So there's children involved. That's what you're saying.
No, I don't mean there's children involved with that type of thing. I just mean the local kid. They made these, and their parents are gonna fucking hear about this. Believe me, this is uncalled for.
All right, well, listen. Do you mind if we go down and take a look?
No, of course not. I got nothing to hide. Let's just go down.
Sounds good.
Okay, you guys follow me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Come on, Julian, answer your phone. Julian.
What's up? Did you get the signs taken care of?
Not exactly. Now following me, and we're on our way there.
What?
It's okay, though. I told them the sign was supposed to say wood instead of weed, so just get everybody holding some wood. I repeat, make sure everyone's got wood.
Jesus Christ, drive slow, man.
That's nice. It's kind of like a pineapple diesel with a little bit of bubble gum. Hey, man, what the fuck?
Everybody's got to get some wood. The cops are on their way.
You want us to get hurt-ons for the cops?
No, pick up some wood, some firewood. Everybody pick up some firewood. Put up the joints.
Hold on a second, man.
The cops, get some wood. Everybody get some wood.
Bubbles, what the fuck did you do, man?
Oh, and cavalry are here, Anders.
What the fuck happened?
Just, Ricky, just... See, officers, just like I said, look at all the free wood. You guys want some, pop your trunk there and I'll load you right up.
Yeah, help
I
yourselves.
think we're fine.
Good afternoon, officers.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
You two the owners of this here wood?
No, registration.
It's my wood, officers. I just swapped out my fucking wood stove. You know, I got a heat pump. I'm saving a ton of money every month. Air conditions.
So you live here?
Well, kind of.
So you own this container then, right?
It was kind of given to me, but not really.
Bravo, officer. Bravo.
It's not his container, no. It was his dad's. And we had to put him in a home. He got dementions and started shitting all over the place. Thought he was still storming the jungles at Normandy.
Sir, do you mind opening up the container for us?
Love to, but we lost a while ago anyway.
I'll go get the cutters.
Guys, it's not gonna work. It's military grade. We tried. Cutters aren't gonna do it. Go ahead. Waste some more fucking taxpayers' money, I guess. No big fucking deal.
I got a shipping container here, Alpha Victor Bravo 109er. Could I get a ownership title for that?
Copy. Hi, guys. I just wanted to formally introduce myself. My name's Randy. If you guys need any assistance, I'm actually in training to be a fellow member.
You can't be training very hard.
Hey, Randy. Guys down at the station were telling me about the legend of the gut, but I never imagined it would be so massive. We're gonna need a selfie with that.
Definitely.
Is this seriously fucking happening right now?
I can't believe you never heard of the fuck-up that's been trying to get on the force of the disgusting fat gut.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's not very nice, guys.
You look like you ate a husky.
A pack of
1 out
huskies.
of 12, the container was sold in auction to Reggie Rose. No other information on file.
Copy that.
I'm sorry. What the fuck is it you guys are doing here again? I forget that part.
Sir, would you watch your language, please?
Watch later. What are we in fucking church?
All right, listen. There was a sign down at the end of the road. It said free weed.
Oh, okay. And that's what you think is happening here, is it? You know what, guys? You got us. This container right here, full of fucking beautiful, delicious weed. Come on over, get as much fucking free weed as you want. Tell me you guys aren't that fucking stupid.
I've never met two stupider cops in my entire life. Both of you, with your good looks, your chiseled features and toned bodies. It's not hard to tell that that's the only reason you made it on the force. I'd make a way better cock than both of you two shit weasels. Fuck, it's bullcock! All right? And it's not nice to call anyone fat. I don't care who you are.
No, that's enough. All right, everybody take your wood and leave.
Sir, this is public property. You might want to move your dad's container.
Yeah, we'll definitely get it out of here for you guys.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, fellas.
We'll have to come back and move it for you.
All right. Enjoy your day. You guys did a great job.
Free wood.
That's a beautiful speech, Randy. Only one fucking problem. You got rid of them.
I was letting those two hunks of shit hot shots take the credit for investigating weasels.
Randy.
The game's over. You guys gotta fucking go.
Why would we leave now, Julian? We just won round number 1, where I just can't wait for round number 2.
You know what? This isn't even fucking worth it anymore.
What?
There's not gonna be a round 2. You win.
I win what?
You win, Jim. I know when I've been outsmarted and know when to walk away. I'm fucking walking away.
You're walking away?
Congratulations, boys. Let's go.
What the fuck are you talking about, man? You gotta get that shit out of the garbage bag. It's gonna go moldy.
Got a plan. Get in the fucking car.
Joe, man, what are you doing?
Trust me. Get in your truck. Follow me.
See you later. Fuck faces.
Did you get the fucking thing, Randy? Oh, fuck, Randy.
Hey, Randy, you forgot to take this with you.
You know what the fuck you're doing, man? Don't worry about it.
Julian, what the fuck are we doing? Let's just go back to the park.
Hang on.
What the fuck's the plan here, man? This is fucking dumb.
Just fucking wait, okay? Trust me. Let's just go knock them out and crazy glue them.
No, just stay right there.
Fuck this. I'm going to crazy glue their backs together.
You, Ricky, get down. Ricky, I know what I'm fucking doing. Let's just go to the park before the cops come back.
Sup, dudes?
Strike on my tits. Get the fuck down.
Sup, dudes? Jacob had stage fright, and then we got lost, and you guys were gone, but guess what? We followed the seagulls.
And the sun.
What'd we miss?
All right, that's it. Go inside. Close that fucking door. All right, boys, follow me.
Ricky.
What the fuck are you doing?
Use this shit to wrap around my lobster containers. You wrap it around a bunch of times, it's strong.
This fucking cocoon?
Yeah, something like that. Here, grab that. They're gonna try to suffocate them. I'm not gonna suffocate them. Corey, get this fucking thing going. All right, on my cue. I want you guys to come over to the trailer. Wrap this shit around that trailer as many times as you possibly can. Got it?
Yeah, dude.
You got it?
Yeah.
Good job, boys. Good job. There you go.
Ricky. Ricky. Here, dude. Bubbles, how about this one?
Here, hold this joint. These pricks.
Jesus. What the fuck, Ricky?
What the fuck is wrong with this shit, man? It's not working right, for fuck's sakes.
Boys, hurry the fuck up. There's Randy.
Don't you get that thing untangled?
Gotta go.
Come on. Roll. Fuck you, Randy. Fuck you. Corey, what the fuck are you doing?
Jesus, look
Get out of
out.
the way, you fucking idiots.
Jacob. Fuck.
Fuck, boys. Fuck, you guys are slow. Hurry up.
Ricky. Boys. Here he comes. Doc.
Jesus Christ, Ricky.
It's 11:13 a.m. Andy here. Myself and ex-police officer Jim Leahy are being held against our will. Suspects are presumed to be one Julian, Ricky, and Bubbles, all residents of Sunnyvale Trailer Park.
Look, Landers, liquor stash from the old days.
Right on, boys. Open the fucking container, buddy. Fucking pricks.
Boys, let's go grab some food. Take a little break, maybe. Fucking starving.
I'm not gonna take a fucking break.
Why not?
Somebody broke.
Fucking kidding me? I wonder if you did that, for fuck's sakes.
Hey, Julian, why don't you take out your tiny cock and try to pry it out?
Why don't you eat my ass, Ricky?
Piss on it. Piss melts weird, doesn't it?
Would you shut the fuck up?
Fuck! I've tried the door and all the windows, but they're all shrink-wrapped closed. There doesn't appear to be an exit point. I haven't been trained for this type of situation. What's the proper procedure, Mr. Leahy?
In this situation, Randy, one procedure fits.
We gotta get out of here, sir.
What was that?
What are you doing?
It knows what to do.
What? Who?
The liquor. It can think for itself, Randy. It's just using our minds as vesicles. My friend, Randy, I can communicate with the liquor, bud. It finally let me in.
You're scaring me, sir.
It wants you to drink too, so it can communicate with you. It's got something it wants to tell you about.
Please don't do this, Mr. Leahy.
Randy, you have an opportunity to talk to the liquor. Take the fucking bottle. We've been given a wonderful gift, Randy. Wonderful gift. Because the liquor has chosen us, Randy. Me and you.
Fuck, it's like trying to break into Alcatraz, for fuck's sakes.
That's good, Bubs. That's not gonna do shit all, man.
Okay, boys, step aside. Time to let the big dog work his magic.
Yeah, right on, Bubs. Winch it.
Here, Ricky, clip that on there.
Give it to her, buddy.
I don't want to fuck up your door, though, Julian.
Just rip it right the fuck off, man. I'll buy a new one.
Okay, well, stand back, boys. This thing's gonna come off like she's packed with C4. Here we go.
I don't think it's working.
Yeah, that shit's tight.
All right, you know what? Fuck this.
No, Ricky, no, wait. I'm not fucking beat yet. Here, I'll get the cocksucker off.
Sure this little piece of shit has enough power?
This little piece of shit? You think this little piece... You want to see some fucking power, bud? You want to see some power? Stand fucking back. I'll show you fucking power, baby.
Give her hell, Bubs.
I'll show you some fucking power. Right now. Here. Cocksucker!
Ah, Bubs, you fucked her.
Oh, for fuck's sakes! That shouldn't have happened. I had her fucking on there.
All right, look the fuck out.
Ricky, it's
fucking thing off. Right
it's
now.
bulletproof, man.
Fuck it is. Nothing's bulletproof.
Hey, everybody get out of the way.
Fuck, Randy! They're trying to kill us, bud!
What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
What are you doing, Mr. Lee?
I'm not doing anything, Randy. The liquor is.
You're not making sense.
They're gonna shoot at the liquor. The liquor's gonna return fire, Randy.
The liquor can't fire, Mr. Lee.
I had this fucking thing in with 12 gauge fucking steel bolts. It shouldn't have come out.
Fuck you, blocky block metal fuckface. You're fucking everything.
About this, but I think I got an idea.
A what?
An idea. Check it.
Oh, brilliant, Corey. You can open a military grain lock with a fucking toothpick, are you?
No, dude. I'm making a wood magnet so I can pull the other wood out.
A wood magnet?
Hold on. Check it.
What the fuck are you talking about, a wood magnet?
Fuck, right on, dude.
Right on, Corey, right on.
I'm using the liquor force, bud.
You know what? That might be the fucking smartest dumb thing you've ever done. Fuck!
Oh, God, my ears is gone. You all right, Corey? Future Officer Randy here. Julian is officially trying to kill us. So if anyone finds this camera, please tell the police to arrest Julian, Ricky, and Bubbles of Sunnyvale for murder. God damn it, dude, my hair! It's gone! Oh, it's gone. Tell me about my lover's shit, dude.
Corey, show me your fucking hand. It's barely even nicked.
It's hardly fucking even bleeding.
Corey, Jacob, I want you guys to zigzag up the fucking Leahy's trailer, spin it around. It'll confuse him. He won't know where to shoot.
It's like pin the tail on the donkey. They already got the blindfold on.
Okay.
Let's go. Go, boys.
Cover it.
Julian?
You get the fuck out of the way. Get the fuck out of the way.
Shit, it got away from us, dude!
Holy fuck! Jesus Murphy! Holy fuck, we gotta call 911!
We're not calling anybody until that goddamn weed's out of here. Let's go!
Come on. They try to fucking shoot us.
Holy fuck! Get my ratchet straps!
We're on the booze cruise, Randy. I always wanted to go on a booze cruise, bud.
Bubs,
What?
we're all packed up. Let's go.
Julian? That's the fucking high tide line right there. When the water comes in, they're gonna be fucked.
You got them tied up. They'll be fine.
Well, it's not exactly safe, for fuck's sakes.
We're leaving.
We gotta go, man. Come on.
Well, I'll be coming back for them. What a fucking tangled heap of electrical cocksuckers. Boys, you can't fucking do this. Do you know how many levels this
Well, crystal's coming through. It's working fucking perfect.
Ricky, I'm not talking about the angle of your fucking homemade THC sifter.
Well, there's no turning back now. We gotta go for broke here, okay? Just keep reminding yourself why the fuck we're doing this.
Okay, well, I would just like to state for the record, this is hands down the most fucked up thing you guys have ever done.
No, it's not. How's it going, kids? You guys are doing perfect.
Yeah, look at all that crystal. Good job, guys.
Down there. Let's work on our slap shots for a bit, guys. It's fucking sweet. How do I answer this again?
Just there. Press that button.
This one?
That one right there. Hey, Snoop, how's it going, bro?
Hey, man. How are you?
Not good, motherfuckers. Deal's off.
What? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Look, man. Shit just fell through. Wasn't nothing I could do.
Shoulder?
I gave up everything for this fucking deal, man.
No, I'm just fucking with y'all, cuz.
Fuck. You bastard.
I'm just calling to make sure everything is still on track.
We had a couple setbacks, but yeah, man, we're all good now.
What kind of setbacks? Leahy fucking with you?
Well, he was, but he's probably dead. I think we just fucking killed him.
For real?
Yeah.
Y'all killed that motherfucker?
No, Snoop, no. Ricky's just fucking with you the way that, you were fucking with him. He's just, they're going camping, him and Randy.
Everything's set up.
Dig this. Tomorrow, my homeboy Sammy O.G., he gonna get with y'all. Then we can make motherfucking history.
Fucking awesome.
Right on. Cheers, man.
Biggs.
Boys, we gotta start bottling this shit immediately. Looks like we're pulling an all-nighter.
No, we need to go down and let Leahy and Randy out of that fucking death trap.
Boss, they'll be fine. They're tied up nice and good, okay? We'll let them out as soon as this deal's done. Let's get back to work.
Jacob, get some more fucking weed in the trampoline.
Julian's attempt to drown us like a couple of rats has so far been unsuccessful. The camper appears to be watertight. We still can't get a cell phone reception, but I'm gonna continue to try and contact the police.
Randy, the old shit liner seems pretty fucking seaworthy, eh, bud?
Holy fuck! Oh my god! Forget what I said! We're officially sinking! We gotta get out of here, Mr. Leahy! We're gonna die!
Never abandons a sinking shit ship, Randy.
But Mr. Leahy, you're not a friggin' liquor captain, you're a trailer park supervisor! This is a camper! It's not even a ship, for frick's sakes! We gotta get out of here!
God damn it, Ricky groaned, pacing back and forth on the unstable deck. Why the fuck did I even ask you two cockslingers to help? You are too fucked. Oh, how about an animal? Jacob offered, trying a different approach. Ricky paused, his pacing stopping abruptly. An animal. It was weird enough to work. Yeah, man. I need something exotic, like a snow tiger. You know what? Ricky said, stroking his chin thoughtfully. An animal might fucking do it. But a fucking snow tiger? Seriously, where the fuck am I gonna get a snow tiger around here? It needs to be like an animal, something big, but something we could get like locally. Got it. Steak maker, Jacob blurted out. Ricky narrowed his eyes. Yeah, what the fuck is a steak maker? It means a cow, Jacob explained defensively. A lot of people are calling that these days. Who? Ricky demanded. Who the fuck calls them that? People that are fucked in the head. That is who. He turned away from them, staring out over the park, his brain working overtime. And then, a spark of inspiration hit him. Oh my fuck. I got it. You were fucking close too. Something with 4 legs, eats grass, and lives on a farm. Spider, Corey guessed excitedly. No, not a fucking spider, Ricky yelled, losing his patience entirely. A spider has 10 legs. A fucking horse. Think about it. A horse. It is beautiful. Dude, where did you even come up with that? Corey asked, utterly amazed by Ricky's intellect. I do not know, Ricky lied smoothly. It just popped in my fucking head. Jacob, realizing they were onto something, pushed the idea further. What if it was a gift for Susan? That would make the announcement even bigger. Corey gasped, the pieces falling into place in his mind. Dude, what if it was an engagement gift for Susan? Dude, that makes the announcement even bigger. Ricky stared at them, the sheer brilliance of the idea washing over him. It was completely insane, totally impractical, and absolutely perfect. But there was a catch. But I am not fucking engaged to Susan, you fucking ass hamsters, am I? Ricky pointed out, the logic flaw glaring at him. Yeah, but if you tell people you are, then they will believe you, Corey argued with undeniable simplicity. And imagine if you came in on an engagement horse. Even better if you put a fake horn on that shit. Then it is an engagement unicorn horn. Ricky shook his head vigorously. Dude, that is fucking awesome. You know what, boys? It is fucking perfect. I mean, not the unicorn shit. That is completely fucked, Corey. But that would be a big fucking announcement. A fucking engagement horse. Holy shit. With the plan firmly in place, the desperate trio set out to find a horse. Meanwhile, Leahy and Randy were walking back toward the trailer park, the bag of cash heavy in Randy's hands. The euphoria of freedom was quickly being replaced by the terrifying reality of their situation. This changes everything, Mr. Leahy, Randy said, looking nervously at the bag. Whoa, 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 not so fast, Leahy cautioned, holding up a hand. Ram, Barodinga, mang. Do not forget, when we go back to the park, Julian is going to try to kill us. Randy stopped, the color draining from his face. Julian was a formidable enemy, and they had cost him deeply. Look, this money might be the answer to everything, Leahy said, his mind working quickly, formulating a new strategy. We could offer it to Julian. Maybe he would wipe the shit slate clean. Seriously, sir? Randy asked, hope blooming in his chest. Yeah, Leahy nodded slowly. Never forget, it is Julian's fault. Our wives are so freaked out. That is true, Randy agreed. They did this to us and they did not have to go to jail. We did. That is a very good point, sexy little ram man, Leahy said, patting Randy's shoulder. Well, what if we offered him half the money? He looked at Randy, proposing the compromise. Look, we would still have enough money to live comfortably for a long, long time. What do you think, bud? Randy smiled, the tension leaving his body. You are right, and then we would have peace. Right? And a nice day, Leahy agreed. He grabbed Randy by the shoulders, his expression turning deadly serious. But we can never tell anybody about the money, you promise? I promise, Randy swore solemnly. We would never be safe, Mr. Leahy, Randy added, understanding the gravity of the secret. That is a deal. We should stop at the king, Leahy declared, a spark of his old authority returning. That is it. That is all we fucking care. That is whatever the fuck it is you do. Back on the outskirts of town, Ricky, Corey, and Jacob had somehow managed to procure a horse. It was an older animal, its coat a dull, dusty brown, except for the bizarre patches of bright pink dye that covered its flanks and mane. It stood stubbornly in the middle of a dirt road, refusing to move another inch toward the trailer park. You idiots ready? Ricky barked, wiping sweat from his forehead. Okay, go talk, go talk. Sorry, dude. He patted the side of the horse, trying to calm the enormous animal. Oh yeah, this fucking thing right here. Look at the fucking pink job on this thing's fur. It is beautiful. It is awesome. All right, let us get the fuck out of here. He pulled on the rope attached to the halter, but the horse planted its hooves firmly in the dirt. It is not moving, dude, Corey pointed out unhelpfully. Well, fucking make it move, Ricky snapped. How do we make it move? You get in behind it and push, Jacob suggested. Corey, you pull. Come on, let us get this going, boys, Ricky urged, looking nervously at the sky. Time was running out. The party was starting soon. We got to get out of here. Jacob approached the rear of the horse tentatively. Hey, are you still? I am not sure that is a good idea. I heard you are not supposed to stand behind a horse. Shut the fuck up, Ricky yelled, his stress levels redlining. No talking, okay? Okay, Jacob whimpered. Jacob, you push. Corey, you pull. Ricky commanded, orchestrating the disaster. I will help you. Come on. Jacob, push harder. Jacob leaned against the horse's rear, pushing with all his meager strength. The horse let out a low, warning snort. Punch in the fucking ass, Ricky yelled blindly. Show it who is boss. Jacob hesitated, then gave the horse a weak smack on the hindquarters. In a flash of terrifying speed and power, the horse lashed out. A heavy hoof caught Jacob squarely in the chest with a sickening thud. Jacob flew backward, landing hard in the dirt. Fuck! 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 Jacob gasped, clutching his chest, his face pale with agony. This fucking hurts, boys. Ricky ran over, staring down at his injured son-in-law in disbelief. The hits just kept coming. First the weed, then the gunshots, now this. Okay, I am fucking sorry, Jacob, Ricky said, his voice laced with genuine panic. But man, you are going to have to get the fuck out. We got to get out of here. Jacob writhed on the ground, struggling to breathe. Are you okay? Ricky asked, kneeling beside him. I do not think I am, Jacob wheezed. Something is wrong with my neck. It is fucking killing me. Fuck. 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 Sorry, man, Ricky said, standing up and backing away. He could not deal with a medical emergency right now. He had an engagement to announce. Corey, you help him. I will get the fucking horse. He grabbed the rope again, muttering furiously to himself. But once again, boys, I am wondering why the fuck I brought you 2 cock lanterns on this. Fuck's sakes. Corey knelt beside Jacob, looking utterly helpless. Dude, man, that was just like the Kool-Aid, man. Except like way worse than shit. Because you know what he was doing. Jacob groaned, curling into a tight ball of pain. Oh my god, guys. I think I need to go to the hospital here. My neck is really fucking killing me. Something is wrong. Ricky stopped pulling the horse and marched back over, his tone unsympathetic and desperate. He could not afford a trip to the hospital, and I am going to find out who stole the weed, and I am going to fucking kill him. No, you are not, Julian stated firmly, his voice cutting through Ricky's delusion like a knife. It is over. The weed is gone. Leave it. Ricky fell silent, the fight draining out of him. The magnitude of what he had lost, and what he had risked, settled over the group like a dark cloud. I should have fucking known, Julian said softly, rubbing his temples. I should have known that the big announcement was going to have something to do with illegal bullshit. Ricky, every fucking time. Ricky's head snapped up. In the midst of the disaster, he remembered the one thing that was supposed to save the day. The party. The engagement. No, that is not what the big, huge announcement is going to be at all, Ricky said quickly, a frantic hope creeping back into his voice. No, something totally different. Bigger than a fucking tiny little drug deal. Julian looked at him skeptically. Okay. So there is still a big announcement, is there? And you still need all that beer? Yes, I do, Ricky insisted, nodding vigorously. Big fucking announcement coming down the pipe. It is huge. It is, you are. Big announcement still coming. Everybody. Big announcement. He shouted the last part to the empty air, trying to will it into existence. It better be a fucking doozy, Ricky, Julian warned, his patience completely exhausted. It is going to be a fucking major doozy, Ricky promised, his mind racing to figure out how he was going to pull this off without the drug money. Julian just shook his head and walked away. You are so full of shit, man. While Ricky was desperately trying to salvage his ruined life, a profound moment of liberation was taking place across town. The heavy metal doors of the county jail swung open with a resounding clang, releasing 2 men into the bright morning sunlight. Jim Leahy and Randy stood on the pavement, breathing in the sweet air of freedom. They looked terrible. Their clothes were wrinkled, their faces pale from the lack of sun, but their spirits were surprisingly resilient. We are finally getting out today, Leahy said, his voice trembling with emotion. He looked up at the sky, a sense of profound relief washing over him. You know, I hate this fucking despicable shit. Randy and I got nothing now. We will be starting over from scratch. But that is okay. Because at least we will not be in here. He turned to his partner, his eyes shining with unshed tears. The time behind bars had stripped away the pretensions and the anger, leaving only the raw core of their relationship. At least we will have each other. I love my Randy. My beautiful Randy. Randy nodded, wiping a tear from his own eye. The time in here has helped Mr. Leahy and I get closer than we ever have been. I do not think our love has ever been stronger. I just hope he is okay in the head when we get out. That is all. Their tender moment was shattered by the screech of tires as an unmarked police cruiser pulled up abruptly in front of them. The window rolled down to reveal Detective Ted Johnston, his face set in a grim, calculating expression. "What do you want, Ted?" Leahy asked, stepping forward protectively. "We are free men now." Ted leaned out the window, his voice low and threatening. "Rumor has it that you are going to try and make things difficult for me." Leahy stood tall, drawing on whatever shreds of dignity he had left. "Well, truth will set you free, Ted. And I am going to bet you will not." Ted let out a dark chuckle. "But I am going to bet you $50,000. That is for you screw-ups. Some shut the hell up money." He tossed a heavy brown paper bag out the window. It landed with a soft thud at Randy's feet. Randy looked down at it, then back up at Ted, stunned. "That $400,000 we busted you guys with was supposed to go to the Crown Attorney under the Proceeds of Crime Act," Ted explained, his eyes darting around to make sure they were not being watched. "And it would have been locked up in an evidence room forever. That did not make sense to me." He leaned closer, the corruption radiating from him like heat from an engine. "Now, I am not George Green. Our department needed computers, new forensics equipment, and a new cruiser. And let us just say I made sure that that money stayed with the police station. So, that just leaves you two jackasses with those loose ends." Ted glared at them, the threat explicit and absolute. "So, are we good here? Or am I going to have to fake some charges and keep you two pea-brains in here a little longer?" Leahy looked at the bag of money, then at Ted. Survival instinct, honed by years of navigating the treacherous waters of the trailer park, took over completely. He picked up the bag, feeling the immense weight of the cash inside. "Thanks a lot, Ted," Leahy said, a strange mix of gratitude and disgust in his voice. "We are more than good, right, Mr. Leahy?" "Right," Randy agreed quickly, stepping back from the cruiser. "You understand that this is hush money," Ted reiterated, his voice a dangerous hiss. "So, not a goddamn word, or I am going to destroy your lives." With that, he rolled up the window and sped away, leaving Leahy and Randy standing on the sidewalk, holding $50,000 in illicit cash. It was a fortune. It was a curse. It was exactly the kind of complication they did not need, but could not resist. Back at the trailer park, Ricky was trying to ignore the throbbing pain in his arm and the crushing weight of his failure. He stood in front of his trailer, admiring his latest architectural creation with an exaggerated sense of pride. Corey and Jacob stood next to him, nursing their own injuries from the chaotic night. "Look at this fucking thing," Ricky announced, gesturing grandly at a multi-level wooden structure attached to his trailer. It looked like a treehouse built by a madman, a precarious assembly of scavenged wood, mismatched screws, and pure, misguided determination. "I built this by my fucking self. Like, check it out. Got a wicked kitchen set up. I got my bedroom here. Nice flat-screen television. Like, get the fuck in and check that out. It is fucking amazing." He ushered them inside, eager to distract himself from the impending disaster of the party. The interior was a chaotic mess of repurposed junk, but to Ricky, it was a palace. "All right, come back here," Ricky continued, pointing to a small, enclosed space. "Got my downstairs bathroom here. Got a bit of a bear in the trunk there. And this is fucking wicked. I built this for Mo for when he wants to sleep over. He fucking loves it." He led them up a shaky wooden staircase to the top level. "All right, check this upstairs out. This is fucking badass. Look at this fucking patio. Got a couple recliners here, blaster, television, fucking nice lamp. Made that myself." He pointed to a crude wooden seat in the corner. Little stool for Jacob because he does not need much. He is fucked. And if you get too banged up here, got a nice fucking urinal. He gestured toward a plastic funnel attached to a garden hose. You can piss right here like this, and it runs right down the hose into the fucking downstairs bathroom. What do you think? Like, I am living like a fucking king. Dude, this deck is awesome, Corey said genuinely, looking out over the trailer park from their elevated vantage point. I love it up here. It is so badass. Yeah, Ricky, it really is incredible, Jacob added, rubbing his bruised chest carefully. Ricky nodded, soaking in the praise, but the dark cloud returned. The party was looming. Yeah, I know how fucking great it is. Okay? I built the fucking thing. I know how awesome it is. But back to the big announcement. It has got to be something huge or I am going to come across looking like a fucked up. Corey scratched his head, his mind struggling to process complex concepts. Why do you not tell everyone you are dead? That is big, man. Ricky stared at him, a profound sadness mixing with intense frustration. He rubbed his eyes, trying to fend off a headache. Look, Corey, there is a problem with that, see? I am not dead, right? See where I am going with this. Jacob chimed in, always eager to help. What if you were running for president? There is nothing huger than that. Ricky threw his hands up in despair. That is brilliant, Jacob. Really believable. Then I am going to run for fucking president of Canada. Okay, whatever it is, it has to be something huge and you got to come in on like with something big. You mean like a dump truck or something? Corey suggested, his eyes lighting up. Because that would be cool. The confident businessman dropped from Julian's face, replaced by a sudden, raw vulnerability. He looked down, swirling his drink anxiously. Bubbles, I am fucked. I am broke, man. I do not know what I am going to do. I am trying to go legit here, man. But I am finding it very, very hard. He looked back up, his eyes pleading. I had movie night last night with a chick. She had to buy the fucking popcorn. You know how embarrassing that is. Bubbles softened instantly. The anger melted away, replaced by the deep, enduring empathy that defined his character. Despite all of Julian's scheming, he was still his brother. Well, I told you, you should not be going to the movies. It is a fucking ripoff. Bubbles, I was watching a movie in my trailer, Julian confessed, the shame heavy in his voice. I could not afford fucking microwave popcorn. Like, this is bad, man. Oh my God, you are being nuts, Bubbles said gently. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a small wad of bills. He peeled off a few and handed them to Julian. Here, just take that. Julian looked at the money, his pride wrestling with his desperation. That is pathetic. I do not want your charity. Well, you need my charity, obviously, Bubbles stated practically. You cannot afford fucking popcorn. Julian reluctantly took the cash, avoiding eye contact. You got another one of these? No, I got that one, Bubbles said softly. And you should appreciate it. Before Julian could respond, the sound of heavy, uneven footsteps crunched on the gravel behind them. Ricky emerged from the morning mist, clutching his arm, his clothes covered in dirt and leaves. He looked like a man who had just survived a war. You got a payday, man? Ricky grumbled, wincing as he walked toward them. I cannot get this donkey, slut, and whore of a cat to stop bleeding. It is driving me fucking nuts. Julian and Bubbles stared at him in shock. Ricky's sleeve was soaked in dark red, and he looked pale and exhausted. Ricky, what in the fuck did you do to your arm? Julian asked, genuine concern replacing his previous financial woes. Well, that fucking girlfriend of yours finally tried to do you in, did she? Bubbles asked, his mind immediately jumping to Ricky's volatile romantic life. Ricky sighed, leaning heavily against a wooden post. He did not want to talk about Susan right now. He did not want to talk about the disaster in the woods. He just wanted to focus on the one good thing he thought he still had. I have been dating this girl Susan now for 4 or 5 months, Ricky began, his voice softening as he thought of her. And it has been fucking great. I actually forgot how much I missed having someone to share everything with. He looked at his friends, hoping they would understand. I mean, she is a bit hard to deal with at times. But the fucking sex is the best I have ever had in my life. Like, insane. Like, it is so nuts that I got to get back in shape. He gestured vaguely at his midsection, ignoring the bleeding wound on his arm. I did not realize how out of fucking shape I was until I started banging her. Those fucking things are not fucking helping me. Come on. Bubbles watched Ricky, a deep sense of unease settling in his stomach. He was happy his friend found someone. But Susan was a hurricane of unpredictable emotion. Part of me is really happy for Ricky. I think it is good. And I think he needs a girlfriend in his life. But to be honest, she scares me a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean massively. Bubbles shook his head, voicing his internal fears. And I do not like the way she controls his mind without him even realizing it.
Ultra styles.
Julian stepped closer to Ricky, pulling his arm gently to examine the wound. Jesus fuck, heek. Look at this thing. That is a nasty cut. How in the fuck did you do this? Ricky swallowed hard. He had rehearsed this lie the entire walk back to the park. He just had to sell it. Well, me and Corey and Jacob were rollerblade skiing. Actually, it was a fucking good time. And we are flying along, and all of a sudden, boom, hit this patch of gravel and we go down. Like, we went down fucking hard. Jacob got the worst of it. It was fucked. He looked earnestly at Julian, hoping the absurdity of the story would serve as its own defense. They should not even be allowed to make gravel. Just not good for rollerblade skiing, let me tell you. Julian stared at him, utterly unconvinced. Yeah, rollerblade skating. That is what you were doing. How and where would you guys even get fucking rollerblades? First of all, obviously, you stole them. No, we did not steal them, Ricky insisted, his voice rising defensively. We got them at the, what is that new store? I read everything, and the guy opened up. Fucking great idea, buddy. Holy shit. The I read everything store, Julian mocked, shaking his head. Before Ricky could spin the lie any further, a car pulled up, and his daughter, Trinity, stepped out. Her face was pale and she looked terrified. Dad! Trinity cried out, running toward him. Why the fuck are there ball bearings in Jacob's chest? What happened last night? Ricky froze. His heart sank into his stomach. The lie was dead in the water. What? Ricky stammered, looking frantically between Trinity, Julian, and Bubbles. Those are not ball bearings. They are fucking pieces of gravel from the rollerblade skiing accident we had. Nice fucking try, Julian growled, stepping into Ricky's space. Tell me the truth. Those are from a fucking shotgun shell. Trinity's eyes filled with tears of anger and fear. Those are from a shotgun shell. You got fucking shot again, Ricky. Do not fucking lie to me. The weight of his failure finally crashed down upon him. He could not lie to his daughter. Not when she was looking at him with such profound disappointment. The walls he had built up all summer came tumbling down. Okay, you know what? Trin, boys, I am fucking sorry, Ricky said, his voice dropping to a defeated whisper. He looked at the ground, unable to meet their eyes. I have been keeping a secret from you guys the whole fucking summer. I was not upgrading my small engine repair certification, and I was not taking that fucking crane operator's course I told you about. He took a deep breath, the confession physically painful to expel. I was secretly growing dope by myself in the woods down by Billy Bastard's bluff. Dad? Trinity gasped, taking a step back as if he had struck her. Unbelievable, Ricky. You fucking promised me. I know. I am sorry, Ricky pleaded, desperate to make them understand the scale of what he had almost achieved. But, I mean, it was fucking amazing. I developed this new sativa strain with the head grower from that medical marijuana place in Mountain. Fucking incredible. Yeah. I had irrigation 75 plants. It was fucking beautiful. Somewhere 8 feet high. It was amazing. Do not give a fuck, Ricky? Trinity snapped, her voice trembling with rage. Ricky pushed forward, the phantom success still blinding him to the reality of his actions. And I had a one-shot backdoor cash deal. If it was going to happen today, I would have been fucking done for life. Do not give a fuck. Do not give a fuck, Trinity repeated, tears spilling over her cheeks. Ricky's shoulders slumped. The grand vision was gone, replaced by the grim reality of the morning. Anyway, last night, it all went to shit. And yes, I did take Jacob and Corey with me. That is on me. But it was not supposed to go down like that. When we got there, they fucking cut down the plants with these other guys, and they fucking stole all my weed, and they shot us. Trinity looked at him with absolute disgust. You are unbelievable. How could you take my husband, your son-in-law, on a job like that? Well, he did want to go, Ricky argued weakly, trying to deflect a fraction of the blame. He did not have to. Oh yeah, it is his fault, Trinity mocked bitterly. He wanted to go. What if he wanted to just fucking shove a rota-bag up your ass? Ricky, would you let him? I do not even know what that is, Ricky muttered, genuinely confused. Julian shook his head, the disappointment radiating from him. Why would you do this, man? And without us, you guys could have been fucking killed. You know what, boys? Ricky said, his voice rising with a sudden surge of defensive anger. I was this fucking close to being retired. This fucking close, Jacob chimed in, his thin frame shivering slightly in the night air. Ricky turned, his moment of profound reflection shattered by their interruption. He glared at them, the old frustration bubbling back to the surface. Would you shut the fuck up? Can't you see I am talking here? He let out a long breath, trying to regain his composure. The prize was too close to let these two ruin his mood. Anyway, I got this incredible backdoor deal with one of the dispensaries in Halifax. Cash. The word hung in the air, beautiful and full of salvation. Money, Ricky said, letting the sound of it soothe his nerves. I am done. I finally fucking did it. He looked back toward the tree line, knowing the harvest of 75 magnificent, 8-feet-high plants was waiting just beyond sight. You know, and Julian and Bubbles are probably going to be a little pissed off if they find out. I was going to do it first, but I am just going to throw a massive party, and that will fix it. Parties fix everything. It was a simple philosophy, but one Ricky held dear. Gather the people you love, provide enough sustenance and celebration, and all sins would be forgiven. He turned back to Corey and Jacob, his tone shifting into the authoritative voice of a general leading his troops into a bloodless, glorious battle. Okay, boys, just up here past this tree line. When we get there, no talking, no fucking around. We are going to get the plants cut down as fast as we fucking can, and get out of here before that cock-sucking sun comes up. Okay. Hells yeah, Corey responded, his enthusiasm masking his usual anxiety. Hey, do not worry, we got this, Ricky, Jacob added. Hey, thanks for bringing us to the harvest, man. They moved forward, stepping carefully over fallen logs and avoiding dry twigs. The canopy opened up to reveal the clearing. Ricky took a step, his eyes wide with anticipation, ready to behold his agricultural triumph. But the clearing was not empty. Shadows moved among the towering plants, silhouettes of strangers swiftly hacking down his livelihood. Before Ricky could even process the violation, a blinding flash of light erupted from the darkness, followed instantly by the deafening roar of gunpowder. What the fuck is that? Corey shrieked, dropping to the ground in sheer panic. Is that the fucking cops? Cops! Ricky yelled over the ringing in his ears, his voice cracking with a mixture of terror and heartbreak. It is just a shotgun. Fuck, it is just a shotgun, boys. More flashes tore through the night. The strangers were firing blindly, warning shots meant to scatter the intruders. It worked perfectly. Get the fuck up, you pussies. Ricky screamed at Corey and Jacob, who were already scrambling backward on their hands and knees like frightened animals. Come on. What the fuck? Get back here. But survival instinct had taken over. Corey and Jacob scrambled past him, vanishing into the dark woods. Another blast echoed, and Ricky felt a sharp, agonizing sting bite into his arm. He fell backward, grasping at the dirt, the realization of what was happening washing over him in a cold wave. His plants, his future, his engagement plan, all of it was being stolen right in front of his eyes. Fuck you, Ricky bellowed into the darkness, though he was already retreating, his legs carrying him away from the gunfire. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, my fuck. No, no. Oh, my fucking God. He stumbled through the forest, the branches whipping at his face, the pain in his arm throbbing with every heartbeat. The unfairness of it all crushed him. He had tried to do it right. He had worked so hard. I guess I should not be fucking surprised, he muttered to himself, gasping for breath as he ran. Hermit crab. Poor bitches. Why does God and the rest of the world keep fishing me up the fucking ass? Fuck. Fuck. While Ricky was losing his empire in the woods, another empire was quietly blooming back at the trailer park. The morning sun painted the sky in soft hues of orange and pink as Bubbles stood in front of his shed, wiping his hands on a rag. His thick glasses caught the morning light, magnifying the profound sense of satisfaction in his eyes. Oh, hey, fellas, Bubbles said warmly, greeting the invisible audience he often imagined sharing his triumphs with. What is going on? Check out the new setup. Check this out. He gestured proudly toward a complex array of shiny metal vats, interconnected hoses, and neatly stacked glass bottles. It was a marvel of homemade engineering, a testament to his resourcefulness and unyielding spirit. I sold my pizza sauce recipe to that fucking guy with the weird accent, Bubbles explained, patting the side of his primary fermentation tank. Reinvested every penny into making beer. Look at this. Started off slow, but I am making some fucking decent money at it now. He picked up a bottle, holding it up to the light to admire the rich, amber liquid inside. The label, carefully designed and printed, featured a cartoonish, muscular figure. Look at that. Green Bastard India Pale Ale. Selling a ton of that to people in the park. He set the bottle down gently, his chest swelling with pride. He had spent his entire life taking care of stray cats and fixing shopping carts for loose change. Now he was a legitimate businessman. He was creating something people wanted, something that brought them joy. Business is booming, Bubbles said, though a shadow of worry crossed his face as he looked at a clipboard hanging on the wall. It is booming, but I am under some fucking pressure today. Ricky is making some kind of a major announcement. He is throwing a big party. He adjusted his glasses, doing some quick mental calculations. I have got to get this whole batch bottled up, because he ordered 22/4, so it must be big fucking news. He smiled, genuinely excited for his friend. I am pumped. The peaceful morning was interrupted by the heavy, deliberate footsteps of Julian approaching. Julian always carried himself with an air of calculated authority, a man who saw angles and opportunities where others just saw daily life. Hey, Pops, Julian called out, holding his signature glass tightly in his hand. Hey, Julian, Bubbles replied, his guard instinctively going up just a fraction. How is the beer business treating you, buddy? Julian asked, his eyes scanning the new equipment, assessing its value. Oh, it is fucking amazing, Bubbles said, unable to hide his enthusiasm. It is fucking amazing. A lot less work than hauling shopping carts and all. Julian stepped closer, examining a bottle. Here, bend over and I will take your temperature. It is good that people are digging it, man. Yes, sir, Bubbles said proudly. Julian leaned against a wooden crate, swirling the liquid in his glass. You know what? I have been thinking. Why do you not make a beer with my fucking name on it and your face? Bubbles hesitated, recognizing the subtle shift in Julian's tone. The hustle had begun. Yeah, I might be able to. Maybe make a protein beer, Julian suggested. a smirk playing on his lips. Call it muscle man, get it? Bubbles let out a dry, forced chuckle. That is a little funny. Julian's gaze sharpened, moving from the equipment to Bubbles. So what are your sales like, man? You making a profit or what? My sales, Bubbles repeated, taking a step back. Yeah, my sales are fucking great, actually, Julian. Bubbles crossed his arms, his tone shifting from proud to defensive. He looked directly at his old friend. See where this is going. Where? Julian asked, feigning innocence. See where this is going, Bubbles repeated, his voice firm. Well, Bubbles is making money now. Bubbles is making money. So Julian is all of a sudden very interested in the beer business. Julian sighed, shaking his head. Pops, do not be an asshole. Let me guess. What? You want to be part of it? Bubbles stated, stating a fact rather than asking a question. Listen, I just want to make sure you are doing the right thing here, and nobody is ripping you off. Okay? Julian argued smoothly. Do you know the valuation of your company? Huh? Do you know your profit margins on your sales each week? Bubbles stood his ground, refusing to be intimidated by the business jargon. He had worked too hard to build this on his own. Look, do not try to Michael Wackerly me, bud. Okay, I watch Dragon's Den too. I know all these fucking terms you are using. The facade of, despite the disastrous end to Richard's party, Bubbles noted that he had sold a significant amount of his beverage. He accepted the reality that he would simply have to work harder the following day to replenish his stock. It was a simple, honest life, and he found comfort in the routine. Julian arrived, his demeanor drastically different from his previous demands for partnership. He looked worn and desperate. He asked Bubbles if he could borrow a small quantity of the beverage. He explained that a woman named Skylar was coming to visit him, and she specifically requested a brewed beverage rather than the harsh spirits Julian usually possessed. Bubbles, annoyed by Julian's constant reliance on others, questioned why Julian's romantic pursuits were suddenly his financial responsibility. He noted the irony of Julian meeting someone at a wholesome community event, yet immediately seeking intoxicating substances to entertain her. Julian pleaded, emphasizing that it was only a minor request. Bubbles, maintaining his firm boundary, reminded Julian that the production process required significant effort and financial investment. The product was not free. Bubbles eventually relented, handing Julian a small six-pack, but sternly commanded Julian to remain calm and promise to collect the debt in the future. Julian, frustrated by the lecture, questioned Bubbles' newly adopted strictness. He minimized the request, arguing it was just a few drinks. Bubbles countered, pointing out that Julian's reliance on small favors was indicative of a larger, systemic failure in his life. Richard then entered the shed, completing the trio. He looked utterly exhausted and emotionally drained. He asked if either of his friends could lend him $20 to purchase strong alcohol. He admitted his desire to become completely intoxicated, noting that he was only marginally under the influence and desperately wanted to erase the memories of the previous day. Bubbles looked at his two oldest friends. He saw Julian, reduced to begging for a few bottles of beer to impress a date, and Richard, seeking cheap alcohol to drown his sorrows after losing his illegal harvest, his dignity, and his relationship in a single day. A profound sense of sadness and clarity washed over Bubbles. He refused Richard's request for money, but handed him a partially consumed bottle of whiskey as a small comfort. Bubbles took a deep breath. He realized that a critical moment had arrived. He needed to speak a difficult truth, a truth that had been accumulating in his heart for years. He asked for their undivided attention. He began by affirming his deep, unconditional love for them. He assured them that his affection was permanent and unwavering. Julian and Richard, sensing the seriousness of his tone, offered quiet confirmations of their mutual love. Bubbles then delivered his harsh reality check. He demanded that they remain silent and truly listen to his words. He warned them that his message would be painful, but it was absolutely necessary. He asked them a simple, piercing question. Had they looked closely at themselves in a mirror recently? Had they truly examined their own reflections? Richard, attempting to deflect the seriousness with humor, admitted he avoided mirrors because he found his own appearance frightening. Bubbles ignored the joke, pressing forward with relentless honesty. He told them it was time to mature. He pointed out the undeniable fact that they were aging. They were no longer the energetic youths they once were. Their physical condition was deteriorating. They were losing their vitality, and their appearance reflected a life of stress and poor choices. He highlighted the tragic irony of their situation. Despite their advancing age, their behavior remained entirely unchanged. They continued to engage in reckless, illegal activities as if they were still irresponsible teenagers. Bubbles demanded to know who was truly benefiting from this cycle of criminality. The answer, he implied, was no one. Richard, clinging to the phantom success of his ruined harvest, weakly argued that he had almost achieved permanent financial security. Bubbles immediately shut down the argument. He emphasized the reality of the present moment. Richard was not secure, and his secretive, illegal behavior was a betrayal of their trust. Richard, humbled, agreed, offering a sincere apology for his deceit. Bubbles declared that the current situation was a definitive wake-up call. He used his own life as an example. He had transitioned to a completely legitimate lifestyle. He was engaging in honest commerce and earning a respectable legal income. He contrasted his success with their desperate reality. He pointed out that they were entirely bankrupt. He knew exactly where poverty led them, back to the familiar, destructive cycle of crime. He painted a grim, terrifying picture of their inevitable future if they refused to change. He predicted that they would eventually be caught, and due to their repeated offenses, they would be sentenced to spend the remainder of their lives in a correctional facility. Bubbles described the ultimate tragedy of that outcome. He envisioned them growing old and frail behind bars, isolated and forgotten. He specifically addressed Richard, describing a heartbreaking scenario where Richard would take his final breaths in a cold prison cell, entirely alone, without his family or his best friend by his side to offer comfort. The image struck a deep, resonant chord within Richard. He realized the profound truth in Bubbles' words. The pursuit of easy, illegal wealth was not worth the ultimate price of dying alone and unloved. Bubbles concluded his emotional plea with an ultimatum based on love. He stated that if they truly cared for him as much as they claimed, they must immediately and permanently abandon their criminal lifestyles. The era of breaking the law had to end that very day. He told them he had spoken his piece and asked them to deeply contemplate his words throughout the evening. He gestured to the bottle of whiskey he had given Richard, referring to it as an aid for deep thought, rather than a tool for simple intoxication. Richard, moved by the sincerity and the frightening reality of Bubbles' vision, accepted the bottle. He asked for ice and a mixing beverage, a small attempt to civilize the harshness of the alcohol. He thanked Bubbles, his voice quiet and reflective. He offered a genuine wish for Julian's romantic evening, a small gesture of returning to a supportive friendship. As the sun fully set over the trailer park, casting long shadows across the gravel roads, the three friends stood in the quiet shed. The air was no longer filled with the frantic energy of illegal schemes or the bitter sting of public humiliation. Instead, it was filled with the heavy, necessary silence of profound realization. The road ahead would be incredibly difficult, requiring them to dismantle decades of ingrained habits and poor decisions. But for the first time in their lives, illuminated by the honest success of their friend and the stark terror of a lonely future, they saw a glimmer of a different path. It was a path paved with difficult, honest labor, but it was a path that led toward true freedom, genuine self-respect, and the enduring warmth of family and true friendship. The night air was thick with the scent of damp earth and pine needles, carrying with it the heavy, intoxicating promise of a fresh start. Ricky knelt in the dense underbrush of the forest edge, his heart hammering a frantic rhythm against his ribs. For the first time in what felt like a lifetime, the chaotic noise of his daily existence had faded into a quiet, focused hum. He looked out into the darkness, his eyes adjusting to the faint moonlight filtering through the canopy. This was his masterpiece. This was his ticket out of the endless cycle of failure and disappointment. He leaned forward, his voice a low, gravelly whisper to the empty woods, speaking his dreams into the universe. "This is a big, big night for me," Ricky murmured, the words tasting unfamiliar but sweet on his tongue. "I finally did something of my own, and it paid off. I mean, that is why things got fucked up in the past, because of fucking Julian and Bubbles." He paused, letting the cool breeze wash over his face. He loved his friends, he truly did, but their grand schemes always ended with sirens and handcuffs. This time he had taken the reins. He had studied, he had planned, and he had nurtured this hidden garden with his own 2 hands. "I finally got myself learned," Ricky continued, a rare smile of genuine pride spreading across his face. "You want something done right, you get it done by your own." Behind him, the rustling of leaves broke his solitary moment. Corey and Jacob, his 2 loyal but perpetually confused accomplices, crept up through the shadows. "Well, you helped a bit too, Ricky," Corey whispered, trying to offer a supportive nod in the darkness. "Yeah, man, we totally had your back, dude." Half of their total earnings for the remainder of their natural lives, or until the massive debt was fully repaid. Randy was horrified by the severity of the demand. Julian threatened physical violence if they did not comply immediately. James, realizing the negotiation was spiraling out of control, asked Julian to pause and listen to their counteroffer. He presented Julian with a generous proposition, attempting to buy their freedom from Julian's oppressive control. Julian paused, the prospect of immediate financial gain momentarily halting his rage. He listened as James laid out their terms, a fragile truce hanging in the balance. As evening descended upon Sunnyvale, the atmosphere transformed into one of chaotic celebration. Music pulsed from large speakers, and the residents gathered in anticipation of Richard's promised announcement. Corey took the microphone, acting as an enthusiastic master of ceremonies, rallying the crowd and introducing Richard with dramatic flair. Richard stepped forward, absorbing the cheers of his community. He addressed the crowd, declaring the evening a monumental occasion. He asked if they were prepared for the massive news. The crowd roared in the affirmative. Richard signaled to Corey and Jacob. From the shadows, they led the horse into the center of the gathering. A collective gasp, followed by confused murmurs, rippled through the audience. Bubbles, watching from the periphery, was utterly bewildered. He questioned if this absurd display was truly the grand announcement. Richard, beaming with misguided pride, clarified that the horse was not for himself. He admired the creature, awkwardly trying to determine its gender, before announcing his true intention. He declared, in front of the entire community, his plan to present the magnificent animal to the absolute love of his life, Susan, and to formally ask for her hand in marriage. The reaction from his closest friends was one of immediate, profound dismay. Julian and Bubbles exchanged looks of utter disbelief. Julian realized that the situation was entirely disastrous. He pulled Richard aside, scolding him for his foolishness. He explained that a successful marriage proposal did not require the presentation of a large livestock animal. He argued that if a woman truly loved a man, she would accept his proposal without the need for an extravagant, burdensome gift. Bubbles joined the intervention, questioning Richard's sanity. He pointed out the painful reality of Richard and Susan's relationship. He noted that their interactions consisted almost entirely of intense arguments and equally intense physical encounters. He questioned the logic of introducing a massive animal into such a volatile dynamic. Julian, losing his patience, commanded Richard to return the animal immediately. He ordered him to take it back to the place of purchase. Richard, feeling defensive and misunderstood, argued that his love for Susan was genuine. He attempted to justify their toxic relationship dynamic, suggesting a bizarre theory that intense physical intimacy could somehow neutralize the damage caused by constant, vicious fighting. Bubbles was appalled by Richard's reasoning, asking who could possibly believe such a deeply flawed philosophy. Richard, sensing the disapproval of his peers, began to backtrack. He conceded that perhaps the gift of a horse was slightly excessive. However, he maintained that his core intention was pure. He simply wanted to demonstrate the immense scale of his love. He tried to redirect the focus, arguing that the true significance of the event was the engagement itself, not the method of proposal. Bubbles, offering a reluctant sigh of support, stated that his primary concern was Richard's happiness. He offered his tentative congratulations, prioritizing his friend's emotional well-being over the absurdity of the situation. At that precise moment, the crowd parted as Susan arrived. The anticipation in the air instantly evaporated, replaced by a thick, palpable tension. Susan did not look like a woman expecting a romantic proposal. Her face was contorted in absolute rage. She marched directly toward Richard, ignoring the crowd, the music, and the horse. She launched into a blistering public tirade. She hurled a barrage of insults at Richard, calling him a liar and a deceiver. She accused him of engaging in intimate relations with other women in the trailer park, referring to them with derogatory terms. A bystander, offended by Susan's broad insults, challenged her, but Susan swiftly silenced them with a threat of violence. She then leveled her primary accusation at Richard. She screamed, for all to hear, that because of his infidelity, she had contracted a sexually transmitted disease. She declared that he had ruined her life and definitively announced the termination of their relationship. Richard was genuinely shocked. He pleaded with Susan to listen to reason. He adamantly denied the accusations, swearing that he had never been unfaithful to her because he found their physical relationship completely fulfilling. Susan, caught off guard by his sincere denial, hesitated. In her moment of confusion, she revealed a devastating truth about her own living situation. She admitted that she had been living with another man for the past 16 years. Richard was stunned. He felt betrayed and foolish. He confessed that he had genuinely believed they shared a deep, mutual love. He revealed his intention to ask her to marry him that very night, pointing out that the entire gathering was organized for that specific purpose. Susan laughed bitterly at the prospect of marriage. She confessed that their relationship was never built on love. It was based entirely on a base, physical connection. She blamed Richard for ruining what she considered a perfectly uncomplicated arrangement. The confrontation escalated rapidly into physical violence. Susan struck Richard repeatedly. Richard, refusing to strike back, absorbed the blows. In the midst of the chaotic struggle, Susan made a slip of the tongue. She accidentally confessed that she was the one who had been unfaithful. Richard, piecing the information together, realized the truth. He pointed out the logical impossibility of him transmitting a disease if he had remained faithful. He concluded that Susan must have contracted the illness from another partner and then projected her guilt onto him. Susan, furious at being exposed, resorted to cruel personal attacks. She insulted Richard's intelligence, his physical appearance, and his choices in clothing. She summarized her feelings by declaring him an absolute failure in life. With a final string of vitriol, she turned and stormed away into the night, leaving Richard humiliated and broken in front of his friends and neighbors. Julian, stepping forward to comfort his friend, advised Richard to let her leave. He assured Richard that the separation was ultimately a positive development, stating that Richard was far better off without her toxic presence in his life. He asked if Richard was physically unharmed. Richard, emotionally numb, confirmed he was okay. Julian, attempting to provide the only form of solace he knew, suggested they consume illicit substances and heavily intoxicate themselves to numb the pain. Richard politely declined the offer. He stated that he preferred to be alone to process the immense disappointment of the day. As the party dissolved into an awkward silence, the focus shifted briefly back to James and Randy. James, watching the chaotic end to the evening, reflected on the unpredictable nature of life in the park. He conversed with his inner demons, symbolized by his reliance on alcohol. He expressed a deep, twisted affection for his intoxicated state, finding comfort in the predictable numbness it provided. Randy, however, was focused on their secret financial strategy. He voiced his concern that James had made a terrible mistake by agreeing to Julian's extortionate demands. Randy felt that surrendering half of their future wages was a far greater financial burden than a lump sum payment. James, smiling with a sudden, reckless confidence, revealed his true plan. He explained that it would take Julian a significant amount of time to accumulate the demanded sum through wage garnishment. In the meantime, James proposed that they take the remaining $25,000 of their hush money and attempt to multiply it exponentially. Randy was confused, asking how they could possibly achieve such a rapid return on investment. James whispered his strategy: the local horse racing track. He planned to rely entirely on his altered, intoxicated intuition to select the winning animals, driven by a desperate, foolish belief that fortune would finally favor them. The next morning, the park awoke to the harsh reality of a new day. Bubbles was back in his shed, assessing his inventory. "It has been buildin', and I cannot take it anymore." Ricky and Julian looked up, surprised by the raw intensity in Bubbles' voice. "Okay, listen," Bubbles continued, his eyes welling up. "I will start off by saying, I love you guys. Okay? I always have and I always will." "Love you too, buddy," Julian said softly. "Yeah, me too. What the fuck is up?" Ricky asked, genuinely confused. "Just shut the fuck up," Bubbles ordered, his voice firm, leaving no room for argument. "Shut your big, muscular lips and listen for once. I have got the floor." He paced back and forth, the weight of years of shared history pressing down on him. "Now, this might sting a bit, boys, but it needs to be said. Have you guys looked in the fucking mirror lately? Have you really looked in the mirror, like went right up close and looked at yourself in the mirror?" "No, I haven't," Ricky admitted quietly. "I do not like getting too close to the mirror. They fucking get scared of me, and I feel like they are gonna suck me right in or something." Bubbles ignored the absurd comment, his focus absolute. "Well, you should do it, Ricky, because it is fucking time to grow up, especially you two, because we are getting fucking old, boys. We are getting old, and we are getting out of shape, and we are getting shitty looking." He pointed a finger at Julian. "We are getting shitty looking, and you are not getting any younger, but what are you doing? You are breaking the law like you are fucking 17 years old. Nothing is changing, and who is benefiting from it? Nobody." Ricky tried to defend himself weakly. "I almost benefited today. I was almost fucking retired." "You shut up too, Ricky," Bubbles fired back, cutting through the delusion. "Because you are not retired. That is the fucking point I am trying to make. You are not retired, and you should not have been fucking lying to us about growing dope. That is bullshit." Ricky lowered his head, the shame finally taking hold. "Yeah, that was bullshit. I know. I am sorry, it was dumb. I should have told you guys." "You should have fucking told us," Bubbles agreed passionately. "This is a fucking wake-up call right now, boys. Begin, ya. Because I am already gone legit. I have got legit things going on." He looked at both of them, his heart breaking for the men they were and the men they could be. "And you guys, I know how you fucking operate. You got no money now. You are broke, and I know what that turns into. Next thing you know, you are gonna be in jail forever. You are gonna wind up in there for the rest of your lives. Fucking in there, all alone, dying, looking shitty." Bubbles stepped closer to Ricky, his voice dropping to a painful whisper. "And when you are in there talking your last fucking breaths, Ricky, sucking in your last breath on earth, there is gonna be no family there and no Bubbles. Hold your hand." "Come on, Bubbles," Julian whispered, deeply moved by the tragic image. "Do not fucking come on me," Bubbles snapped back, tears finally spilling down his cheeks. "It is true. Like, if you guys fucking love me as much as you say you do, then breaking the law is over for good. That is it. That is all I got to say. I want you guys to fucking think about that tonight. Bubbles handed the bottle of whiskey to Ricky, his hands shaking slightly. Here, Ricky, you can finish that off. Consider it thinkin' liquor. You got any ice or mixers? Julian reached out, touching Bubbles' arm gently. Thanks, buddy. I hope you get back, Julian. Thanks, Bubbles replied quietly, turning and walking away into the darkness of the trailer park. Ricky and Julian sat in the heavy silence that followed, the crickets chirping loudly in the warm night air. They held the bottle between them, staring out into the darkness, the profound truth of Bubbles' words hanging heavy in the space between them. The party was over, the schemes had failed, and the illusions were shattered. For the first time in a very long time, as they sat under the vast, uncaring sky, they realized that the only way forward was together, and the only way out was to change. The park had finally given them their wake-up call. The night air hung heavy and cool over the dense, sprawling woods that bordered the edge of the city. Silver moonlight filtered through the thick canopy of evergreen branches, casting long, shifting shadows across the forest floor. Richard, a man whose life had been defined by a relentless cycle of grand schemes and subsequent failures, stood at the center of a hidden clearing. For the first time in a very long time, his heart swelled with a genuine sense of accomplishment. He breathed in the rich, loamy scent of the damp earth and the unmistakable, pungent aroma of his carefully cultivated agricultural project. This was a monumental night for him. It was a night of profound validation. He looked around at the towering, verdant plants that surrounded him, some reaching an impressive height of 8 feet. They were the physical manifestation of his hard work, his dedication, and his newfound knowledge. He had spent the entire summer secretly studying botany, learning about irrigation, soil acidity, and nutrient cycles. He had even collaborated with a head grower from a legitimate medical facility in the mountains to develop a unique, resilient strain of the plant. He had done all of this entirely on his own, without the chaotic interference of his lifelong best friends, Julian and Bubbles. Richard reflected on his past. He realized that the reason his previous endeavors had always resulted in catastrophic failure was due to the combined, uncoordinated efforts of his friends. They meant well, but their involvement always introduced an element of unpredictable disaster. But this time Richard had educated himself. He had taken responsibility. He whispered into the quiet night, acknowledging that if a man wanted something done correctly, he had to do it by himself. Standing nearby, shifting nervously from foot to foot, were Corey and Jacob. They were 2 younger men who looked up to Richard, eager to please but fundamentally clumsy. Richard turned to them, his expression softening slightly. He admitted that they had provided a small amount of assistance, and he appreciated their loyalty. Corey, eager for validation, immediately agreed, stating enthusiastically that they had completely supported him and protected his interests. Richard, feeling his moment of solitary pride slipping away, quickly silenced Corey. He demanded quiet, reminding them that this was his moment of triumph and he was in the middle of expressing his thoughts. Richard continued his monologue, his voice filled with a desperate hope for the future. He revealed that he had successfully negotiated an incredible, under-the-table agreement with one of the local medical dispensaries in the city of Halifax. It was a direct transaction, exchanging his harvest for solid, undeniable currency. He felt a wave of relief wash over him. He declared that he was finally finished with the struggle. He had achieved his goal. He knew that Julian and Bubbles would likely be quite upset when they discovered he had kept this massive project a secret from them. His original intention had been to inform them before the harvest, but he had decided on a different strategy. He planned to host a massive, unforgettable celebration. In his mind, a grand party was the universal remedy for any conflict. A party he believed would mend any broken trust. Richard focused his attention back on the task at hand. He instructed Corey and Jacob to follow him just past the nearby tree line. His tone became serious, demanding absolute silence and focus. He emphasized the urgency of their mission. They needed to harvest the plants as quickly as humanly possible and escape the woods before the morning sun crested the horizon, bringing with it the light of day and the risk of discovery. Corey, full of naive confidence, assured Richard that they had the situation completely under control. He thanked Richard for allowing them to participate in the harvest. However, their moment of camaraderie was instantly shattered. A sudden, terrifying rustling echoed from the dense brush ahead. Unfamiliar figures emerged from the shadows. Panic seized Richard. He questioned aloud if the intruders were law enforcement officers. Before anyone could answer, the deafening roar of a shotgun blasted through the silent forest, sending birds scattering into the night sky. It was not the police. It was a group of ruthless individuals intent on stealing Richard's hard-earned harvest. The intruders yelled violently, demanding that Richard and his companions retreat. Fear overpowered logic. Richard, Corey, and Jacob scrambled backward, stumbling over roots and fallen branches. They fled into the darkness, leaving behind the culmination of Richard's summer of intense labor. The heartbreak was but was cut off by Ricky turning back to the crowd. "Well, here she is now, everyone. Thanks again for coming," Ricky announced, spotting a car pulling up aggressively. Susan burst from the vehicle, her face a mask of pure, unadulterated fury. The crowd parted instantly, sensing the incoming storm. She marched directly toward Ricky, her voice carrying across the entire park. "Where is he?" she shrieked, her eyes locking onto Ricky. "Oh, there he is. There is the whore-hopping cock gobbler. You dirty fucking low-down, lying bastard fucking prick. You motherfucker." Ricky stood frozen, utterly unprepared for the assault. "Where did you catch it, huh?" Susan demanded, jabbing a finger into his chest. "From one of these rabby, pussy, fucking, trashy trailer sluts?" A woman in the crowd took offense. "Well, who are you calling a trailer slut? Do you want to go to a funeral or what?" "Just calm the fuck down, please," Ricky pleaded, holding his hands up defensively. "What the fuck are you talking about? Catch what? Catch what? Catch fucking what? Chlamydia is catch the fuck what?" Susan screamed, tears of rage welling in her eyes. "I am kicked out of my fucking house because of you. You gave me an STD, you fucking piece of shit, you cheating rotten fucking shit infused whore magnet. We are fucking done. Fuck you. Fuck you," Ricky stammered, the words hitting him like physical blows. "Susan, hold the fuck on here. You listen the fuck to me right now. I did not bang anybody else. Why would I? I love banging you." Susan laughed bitterly, a harsh, humorless sound. "Oh, and you are fucking living with someone? What are you, married?" "No, not exactly," Ricky admitted weakly. "But 16 fucking years, Ricky." Ricky stared at her, the reality of the accusation finally sinking in. "What the fuck, Susan? I thought we fucking loved each other or some shit here. I was actually going to ask you to fucking marry me today. That is why everyone is here." "Marry you?" Susan spat the words out like poison. "No, I am fucking marry you. Look at you. We were having a nefarious dumb dick. It was low down, good, dirty fucking sex, and then you fucked it all up and ruined my fucking life, you dirty fucking slut." She shoved him hard in the chest. "All right, that is fucking enough," Ricky finally snapped, his patience exhausted. "You do not have to fucking hit Ricky." "Oh yeah? You have an STD?" Susan yelled triumphantly. Ricky's eyes narrowed as the pieces fell into place. "All right, so was it you?" "Yeah, it was fucking me, you stupid whore," Susan confessed, turning the blame entirely on him. "You are the one who cheated. You are the one who cheated. I did not fucking sleep with someone else, so it is impossible that I gave it to you," Ricky stated, the logic finally clear. "You must have banged someone else." "Oh, fucking classic, Rick," Susan sneered, deflecting wildly. "Turn around on me like you always do. You know what? You are so fucked. You are fucking stupid. You are fucking overweight. You are dressed like a fucking idiot. You want to know why, Ricky? Why? 'Cause you are a fucking loser. Fuck you, Ricky Lafleur. You suck my fucking cock. You are a fucking. Julian stepped forward, grabbing Ricky's arm gently but firmly. Ricky, just let her fucking go, bud. It is for the best, buddy. You fucking suck it. Better off without her. Susan stormed back to her car, turning around for one final, devastating parting shot. You all right? Yeah, I am fine. You all right? Let us smoke a joint or something. Smoke a joint. Get drunk. Come on, man. Ricky? No, I am good, Ricky muttered, staring at the ground as she peeled away, spitting gravel. Fucking piece of shit, she yelled from the moving window. Jesus, she is wild, Julian commented quietly. Oh, she is fucking great, Ricky whispered, the heartbreak finally showing through his tough exterior. In the chaotic aftermath of the ruined party, life in the park quickly returned to its strange normal. In a quiet corner, Leahy and Randy were celebrating their secret fortune. Oh, you fucking damn it. I will just bend over again, and you can fucking decide what you want to show me this time. A voice yelled in the distance, quickly fading away. Let us get the party going again, Leahy mumbled happily to a bottle of liquor. Everybody is hot with somebody kicking their pussy. And what do you think, my sweet little goddess of liquor? You know, you have no idea how much I missed you. What is that? I totally agree. Randy sat beside him, nervously adjusting his shirt. Watch your pansy out, Mr. Leahy. You should never have accepted those terms. Giving up half of our wages is way more than 25 grand. It is friggin' ridiculous. Leahy smiled benevolently, tapping the side of his head. You have just not seen it, my beautiful Ran. Thank you, man. Sit down. Look, me and the liquor, we got it all figured out, bud. Gonna take a long time for Julian to rack up $25,000 from our wages, right? So meanwhile, we can take the 25 that we were gonna give that beautiful bastard, and we can double or triple it. We just treat it like play money. What are you talking about? Randy asked, his eyes wide. How would we double or triple it? Horse track, baby, Leahy whispered conspiratorially. We just sit back and we let the liquor choose our horses. They got a great canteen at the track. Haven't changed the grease in years. Across the park, Bubbles was counting his modest earnings from the day's beer sales. He sat on an overturned crate, a sense of quiet satisfaction settling over him despite the evening's earlier chaos. Well, as fucked as today was, I actually did not do too fucking bad, Bubbles mused to himself. I am surprised. Just means I gotta sell more beer tomorrow, I guess. That is not too bad. His peace was interrupted by Julian, who emerged from the shadows, looking desperate and weary. Hey, buddy, Julian began, trying to sound casual. Listen, man, can I borrow a few beer off you? I have got Skylar coming over. She does not drink rum. She wants fucking beer. Bubbles looked up, his patience wearing thin. So that is Skylar is my fucking problem now? That is a nice, wholesome name too, Julian. Where did you meet her? At the church rally. Julian scowled, his pride wounded. You got any fucking beer for me, or what? Obviously I have beer, Bubbles replied, reaching into his cooler. All right, thank you. But the shit is not free to fucking make, you know. It still costs money. There is 6. Julian snatched the bottles. Chill out. I will get you the fuck back. Chill out, Bubbles challenged, his voice rising. Well, how long do you plan on fucking living like this? It is just a few fucking beer, man. Oh yeah, it is a few beer, and then it is this, Bubbles muttered as Ricky dragged himself into the small circle of light, looking completely defeated. Hey boys, Ricky mumbled, his voice raspy. I ran out of whiskey. Any chance you guys could lend me $20 for some booze? I need to get fucked out of my head, and I am only about a quarter of the way there right now. Julian shook his head, avoiding Ricky's gaze. Sorry, Poul. I got nothing, and I would get drunk with you tonight, but I gotta check him over, so. That is cool, Ricky sighed heavily, dropping onto a nearby lawn chair. I kinda wanna be by myself right now anyway. He looked desperately at his oldest friend. Bubs, can you help me out, please? Bubbles looked at the two men sitting before him. They were his family, his brothers, but in that moment, he saw them clearly for what they were. Stuck, broken, and refusing to change. A profound sense of sadness and urgent clarity washed over him. He stood up, his small frame suddenly commanding the space. Jesus Christ, sweaty fucking balls. Bubbles began, his voice trembling with emotion. You guys are fucked. Both of you. He reached into his cooler and pulled out a half-empty bottle of liquor, holding it out to Ricky. Here, look out, Ricky. Look out. Here. I will give you a little bit of whiskey, because I do feel bad for what happened to you today. That was fucked. But I think it is for the best. I really do. Bubbles took a deep breath, the evening air suddenly feeling very cold. Boys, I gotta fucking get something off my chest here that has been buildin'. Missed the injury, focused entirely on the party. You are probably just gotta can canoe or something. I am even worried about your ribs, man. That horse kicked the fuck out of you. Those are probably broken for sure, but nothing you can do for broken ribs, so fuck going to the hospital. Back at the park, Bubbles was riding high on his successful day. He maneuvered his customized brewing cart through the pathways, a beacon of hard work and legitimate enterprise. You guys hungry? I am fucking starving, Bubbles said cheerfully to his camera crew. Got Ricky's beer all bottled and ready to go. Got time now to make a few deliveries for some extra cash. He pointed to his cart proudly. Did you get a good shot of the truck? Make sure you get a good shot of it. Look, got the cape there. Got the speaker. It is just like a little ice cream truck. But for beer, you know. The beer has been going awesome. Donnie has been my #1 customer. Some people think this beer is a little bit strong, but fuck Donnie. As if on cue, a loud, angry voice boomed from a nearby trailer, accompanied by the sound of breaking glass. See, it is not strong for fuck's sakes, Donnie screamed from within. Jesus, are you fucking kidding me? I just had that fucking thing re-graveled. Bubbles winced, shouting back diplomatically. Donnie, calm down. I will give you a free case to make up for it. Oh, you are fucking right you will, Donnie bellowed, his voice echoing through the park. And you tell fucking Ricky I want those fucking chicken fingers replaced. He took last Friday. Donnie, do not fucking relax. Are you coming to the party? Bubbles tried to change the subject. I do not fucking know yet, Donnie roared back. Okay, bud, Bubbles muttered, shaking his head. Can you imagine going around being that fucking angry all the time? He is gonna pop a blood vessel in his head. Fuck's sakes. Near Julian's trailer, Leahy and Randy approached cautiously, the heavy bag of money burning a hole in Randy's grasp. They found Julian brooding on his porch, a glass of rum in his hand. Hey guys, Julian sighed, seeing them approach. Hey, can you give us a break? We just got home. We are trying to get our shit together here. Break off, guys. All right? He stood up, his demeanor instantly changing from tired to aggressively threatening. It is oh fucking time. I have been waiting a long goddamn time for this. Take it easy, Julian, Leahy pleaded, raising his hands in surrender. You take it easy, Julian yelled. Calm down. We just want to talk. No, I want to talk to you two fucking assholes. Listen, Julian, Leahy tried to intervene. Randy, I will handle it, Leahy said softly. Julian, a lot of crazy shit went down there. Because of you two drunken fucking lunatics, Julian accused, pointing a finger at them. You ruined my fucking life. Well, Randy and I are willing to take full responsibility, Leahy offered, trying to sound dignified. You are taking full responsibility, all right? Julian sneered. Yeah, because we feel terrible, Randy added sincerely. But we think we have a plan to make it all up to you. Jim, shut the fuck up, Julian commanded, cutting them off. I am calling the shots here. You took us for $400,000. So this is what is going to happen. I am taking half your wages for the rest of your fucking life until you pay me back. The rest of our lives? Leahy gasped, the color draining from his face. You are lucky I do not fucking kill you right now, Randy, Julian threatened darkly. Are we clear? Yeah, Randy squeaked. Good, Julian barked. Wait a minute, Julian. Calm down. Leahy backpedaled quickly, realizing his mistake. It is just crazy talk. It is not fair. Fuck you, Randy, Julian spat. Just hear us out, Randy begged. We got a very generous offer for you, Julian. Wait a minute, Leahy interrupted, his survival instinct kicking in, realizing Julian had no idea about the 50 grand. Julian is giving us his terms. Thank you, Julian. Sorry, Poule. They turned and practically ran away, keeping the money a secret. The sun began to set, painting the sky over the trailer park in brilliant shades of orange and purple. Ricky's party was in full swing. A large crowd had gathered around the newly built deck, music thumping from makeshift speakers. Ricky grabbed a microphone, tapping it to get everyone's attention. Yo, what up, y'all? Hope y'all having a good time, Ricky shouted, playing the gracious host. Make some noise out there. Make some noise, yeah, y'all rocking with us, y'all. Hope y'all having a good time, y'all. Make some noise for my man, Ricky. Yeah. The crowd cheered politely. Ricky cleared his throat, suddenly nervous. Thanks, boys. How the fuck is everyone doing today? He asked the crowd. Great, someone yelled back. You ready for the big fucking announcement? Ricky beamed. Yeah, the crowd roared. All right, Ricky signaled over his shoulder. Corey, Jacob, you are on. It is time. From around the side of a trailer, Corey and Jacob emerged, struggling mightily as they led the massive, slightly agitated horse into the center of the gathering. A collective gasp, followed by confused murmurs, rippled through the crowd. Check out this fucking thing, Ricky announced proudly, gesturing to the animal. Bubbles stood near the front, his jaw dropping in absolute disbelief. Oh my fuck, are you joking, Ricky? That is the big announcement? You got a fucking horse? What? Well, it is not for me, Bubs, Ricky clarified smoothly. Isn't she beautiful? What a beautiful horse. Or is it does it have a cock voice? Yeah. Dude, it has got a huge one, Corey confirmed loudly from beside the horse. Actually, I guess it is a he, so. Ricky brushed off the detail. Anyway, today, I want to give this beautiful horse to the love of my life, Susan, and I am going to ask her to marry me. So thanks again, everybody, for coming. The silence that followed was deafening. Bubbles turned to Julian, horrified. What the fuck is he doing? Bubbles whispered frantically. Oh my fuck, Julian. This is bad. This is bad. Julian pushed his way to the front, shaking his head. Look, what is the matter with you? You do not need a fucking horse, you 5-star dummy. If she loves you and she wants to marry you, God help her, you do not need a fucking horse or anything else. Ricky, get the fuck down here right now. Get down here. Ricky slowly descended the stairs of his deck, looking bewildered by the negative reaction. What is up, Bubs? Well, what are you fucking doing? You are getting engaged. Are you out of your fucking mind? Bubbles asked, his voice a mix of concern and exasperation. You guys do not even fucking like each other. You cannot get married. Like, all you do is fight and fucking bang. And like, why would you even need this thing if you are getting engaged? Great idea, boys. A fucking big animal. Great one. Ricky glared at Corey and Jacob, who shrank back guiltily. Fuck you, cousin, Ricky muttered to them. Take this fucking thing back. Take this thing back to the horse store. Right the fuck now. Get going. Okay, Corey squeaked, grabbing the reins. Nice one. Let us go, dude. Watch out. Watch out, dude. They awkwardly led the horse away from the bewildered crowd. He is a beautiful horse, but I mean, Ricky. Jesus, Murphy. Bubbles sighed, running a hand over his face. Ricky looked down, suddenly vulnerable. You know what though, Bubs? Like, I really do think that I love her enough. And you know what they say, good hard, heavy banging should cancel out hard, heavy arguing and fighting, right? Bubbles stared at him, bewildered by the logic. Ricky, who in the fuck says that? Who says that? Ricky shrugged, trying to salvage his pride. Okay, you know what? Maybe a horse was a bit much, gifty-wise, whatever. I just wanted to show my future wife how much I loved her. So I wanted it to be big. But I guess the real big news here is the engagement, right? I guess, Bubbles offered softly, placing a hand on Ricky's shoulder. I guess it is, Ricky. Congratulations. I do not know. I just want you to be happy. But that is fine. Yeah, me too, bud, but... Julian started, Jacob. I built this by my fucking self. Like, check it out. Got a wicked kitchen set up. I got my bedroom here. Nice flat screen TV. Like, get the fuck in and check that out. It is fucking amazing. Alright. Come back here. Got my downstairs bathroom here. Got a bit of a bear in the trunk there. And this is fucking wicked. I built this for Mo for when he wants to sleep over. He fucking loves it. He led them up a rickety set of stairs to the top level. Alright, check this upstairs out. This is fucking badass. Look at this fucking patio. Got a couple recliners here. Blaster, TV, fucking nice lamp. Made that myself. Little stool for Jacob because he does not need much. He is fucked. And if you get too banged up here. Got a nice fucking urinal. You can piss right here like this. And it runs right down the hose into the fucking downstairs bathroom. What do you think? Like, I am living like a fucking king. Dude, this deck is awesome, Corey praised honestly. I love it up here. It is so badass. Yeah, Ricky, it really is incredible, Jacob added, clutching his bandaged chest. Yeah, I know how fucking great it is. Okay? Ricky snapped, his anxiety about the upcoming party bubbling to the surface. I built the fucking thing. I know how awesome it is. But back to the big announcement. It has got to be something huge or I am going to come across looking like a fucked up. Why do you not tell everyone you are dead? Corey suggested, trying to be helpful. That is big, man. Ricky stared at him, bewildered. Look, Corey, there is a problem with that, see? I am not dead, right? See where I am going with this. What if you were running for president? Jacob chimed in. There is nothing huger than that. That is brilliant, Jacob, Ricky replied sarcastically. Really believable. Then I am going to run for fucking president of Canada. Okay, whatever it is, it has to be something huge and you got to come in on like with something big. You mean like a dump truck or something? Because that would be cool, Corey offered. Ricky rubbed his face in frustration. God damn it. Why the fuck did I even ask you two cockslingers to help? You are too fucked. Oh, how about an animal? Jacob suggested suddenly. Yeah, man, I need something exotic, Ricky mused, catching on to the idea. Like a snow tiger. You know what? An animal might fucking do it. Ricky agreed, pacing the deck. But a fucking snow tiger? Seriously, where the fuck am I gonna get a snow tiger around here? It needs to be like an animal, something big, but something we could get like locally. Got it. Steak maker, Corey said. Yeah, Jacob nodded. What the fuck is a steak maker? Ricky asked. It means a cow, Jacob explained. A lot of people are calling that these days. Who? Who the fuck calls them that? Ricky demanded. People that are fucked in the head, Jacob replied plainly. That is who. Oh my fuck. I got it. Ricky snapped his fingers, inspiration striking him like lightning. You were fucking close too. Something with 4 legs, eats grass, and lives on a farm. Spider, Corey guessed. No, not a fucking spider, Ricky yelled. A spider has 10 legs. A fucking horse. Think about it. A horse. It is beautiful. Dude, where did you even come up with that? Jacob asked in awe. I do not know. It just popped in my fucking head, Ricky said, his confidence returning. What if it was a gift for Susan? Corey suggested, the ideas finally flowing. That would make the announcement even bigger. Dude, what if it was an engagement gift for Susan? Jacob added excitedly. Dude, that makes the announcement even bigger, Corey agreed. Ricky stopped pacing, looking at them. But I am not fucking engaged to Susan, you fucking ass hamsters, am I? Yeah, but if you tell people you are, then they will believe you, Corey reasoned. And imagine if you came in on an engagement horse. Even better if you put a fake horn on that shit. Then it is an engagement unicorn horn. Dude, that is fucking awesome, Jacob said. Ricky pondered for a moment. You know what, boys? It is fucking perfect. I mean, not the unicorn shit. That is completely fucked, Corey. But that would be a big fucking announcement. A fucking engagement horse. Holy shit. Elsewhere, Leahy and Randy were hiding with their newfound wealth, the reality of their situation settling in. This changes everything, Mr. Leahy, Randy whispered, clutching the bag of money. Whoa, not so fast, Leahy cautioned, holding up a hand.
Ram, Barodinga, Mang.
Do not forget, when we go back to the park, Julian is going to try to kill us. Look, this money might be the answer to everything, Randy reasoned, hoping for a peaceful resolution. We could offer it to Julian. Maybe he would wipe the shit slate clean. Seriously, sir? Leahy asked, surprised. Yeah, never forget it is Julian's fault. Our wives are so freaked out. That is true. They did this to us and they did not have to go to jail. We did. Randy explained his logic. That is a very good point, sexy little ram man, Leahy admitted, his mind working quickly. Well, what if we offered him half the money? Randy proposed. Look, we would still have enough money to live comfortably for a long, long time. What do you think, bud? You are right, Leahy agreed softly. And then we would have peace. Right? And a nice day, Randy smiled. But we can never tell anybody about the money, you promise? I promise, Leahy swore quietly. We would never be safe, Mr. Leahy. That is a deal. We should stop at the king. That is it. That is all we fucking care. That is whatever the fuck it is you do. Meanwhile, Ricky, Corey, and Jacob had somehow managed to procure the aforementioned horse and were currently struggling to maneuver the massive animal into the trailer park. You idiots ready? Okay, go talk. Ricky directed them from the front. Sorry, dude, Corey muttered, intimidated by the beast. Oh yeah, this fucking thing right here. Ricky admired the horse, patting its side. Look at the fucking pink job on this thing's fur. It is beautiful. It is awesome. All right, let us get the fuck out of here. The horse remained perfectly still, refusing to budge. It is not moving, dude, Jacob pointed out. Well, fucking make it move, Ricky commanded. How do we make it move? You get in behind it and push. Corey, you pull. Come on, let us get this going, boys. We got to get out of here, Ricky ordered, growing impatient. Hey, are you still? Corey hesitated, backing away from the rear of the animal. I am not sure that is a good idea. I heard you are not supposed to stand behind a horse. Shut the fuck up, Ricky snapped. No talking, okay? Okay, Corey whispered. Jacob, you push. Corey, you pull. I will help you. Come on. Jacob, push harder, Ricky instructed. Punch in the fucking ass. Show it who is boss. Jacob tentatively pushed against the horse's hindquarters. In a flash of terrifying speed, the horse kicked backward, its massive hoof connecting solidly with Jacob's ribs. Fuck! 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 Jacob screamed, collapsing to the ground in agony. This fucking hurts, boys. Ricky looked around frantically. Okay, I am fucking sorry, Jacob, but man, you are gonna have to get the fuck out. We got to get out of here. Are you okay? I do not think I am, Jacob groaned, clutching his chest and his neck. Something is wrong with my neck. It is fucking killing me. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Sorry, man.
Corey, you help him, Ricky ordered, grabbing the lead rope. I will get the fucking horse. But once again, boys, I am wondering why the fuck I brought you 2 cock lanterns on this. Fuck's sakes. Dude, man, that was just like the Kool-Aid, man. Except like way worse than shit. Because you know what he was doing? Corey babbled, trying to help Jacob up. Oh my god, guys. I think I need to go to the hospital here. Jacob wheezed, pale and trembling. My neck is really fucking killing me. Something is wrong. Jacob, chill the fuck out. Okay? Ricky dismissed Corey and Jacob, demanding ideas that would project an image of undeniable success and maturity. Jacob suggested pretending to run for a major political office, an idea that was quickly dismissed as entirely unbelievable. They needed something tangible, something grand and exotic. The brainstorming session grew increasingly chaotic until a singular, magnificent concept emerged. An animal. Something large, majestic, and undeniably impressive. A horse. The idea struck him like a bolt of lightning. It was absolutely perfect. He would not just present a horse. He would present the horse as a breathtaking engagement gift to the woman he deeply loved, Susan. The sheer scale of such a romantic gesture would instantly erase all his previous blunders. He would become a legend in the neighborhood. Procuring the massive animal proved to be an entirely different challenge. Later that afternoon, the 3 men found themselves struggling desperately to maneuver a large, stubbornly stationary horse through the narrow pathways of the park. The creature was adorned with a strangely vibrant pink mane, adding to the surreal nature of the situation. Despite their combined physical efforts, pushing and pulling with all their might, the horse simply refused to cooperate. Jacob strained his neck painfully in the process, forcing the group to pause and reconsider their strategy. As they wrestled with the unyielding animal, Bubbles cheerfully navigated his brightly decorated delivery truck through the winding streets of the neighborhood. The truck was a rolling beacon of joy, complete with a colorful cape and a speaker playing cheerful melodies. He was making excellent time with his deliveries until he encountered Donnie. Donnie was a man whose baseline emotion was a state of volcanic outrage. He was currently screaming at the top of his lungs about a minor disturbance to the gravel in his driveway and a long-forgotten dispute regarding a plate of chicken fingers. Bubbles, utilizing his exceptional patience and diplomatic skills, calmly approached the furious man. He offered Donnie a complimentary case of his finest India Pale Ale as a gesture of goodwill. The unexpected kindness instantly defused the tension. Donnie accepted the gift, his thunderous anger subsiding into a grumbling acceptance. Bubbles smiled, deeply satisfied with the simple, honest problem-solving that his new business afforded him. Meanwhile, Julian had finally tracked down Mr. Leahy and Randy. He approached them with a posture of intimidating aggression, blaming them entirely for his current state of absolute poverty. He demanded that they surrender exactly half of their future earnings to him as compensation for the hardships he had endured. In the past, such a threat would have sent them into a spiral of anxiety. But today, armed with their secret fortune and a renewed sense of self-worth, Mr. Leahy calmly and politely declined the offer. He dismissed Julian with a serene confidence that left the intimidating man completely speechless and entirely powerless. As the sun began to set, casting a warm, golden glow over the neighborhood, the residents gathered in the central square for the highly anticipated celebration. The atmosphere was electric with curiosity and excitement. Upbeat music filled the air, and everyone held a cold bottle of Bubbles' successfully crafted beverage. The moment of truth finally arrived. The host took the center stage, his heart pounding with nervous anticipation. He warmly thanked his friends and neighbors for their attendance. With a dramatic flourish, he signaled for his assistants to reveal the grand surprise. Corey and Jacob emerged from the shadows, struggling to guide the massive, pink-maned horse into the light. A collective gasp rippled through the crowd, followed immediately by utter confusion. Bubbles rushed forward, his eyes wide with disbelief. He desperately tried to reason with his friend, questioning the logic of presenting a farm animal as a symbol of romantic devotion, especially when the relationship in question was notoriously volatile and fraught with constant disagreements. The host remained stubbornly optimistic, insisting that the sheer magnitude of the gift would prove the depth of his love. He prepared to make the grand proposal, searching the crowd for Susan. Suddenly, she appeared. However, she was not glowing with romantic anticipation. Her face was flushed with absolute fury. She stormed toward the stage, her voice ringing out clearly over the silent, shocked crowd. Instead of expressing joy, she unleashed a torrent of profound anger. A terrible, incredibly damaging rumor had reached her ears, a misunderstanding regarding loyalty and a dreadful illness. She falsely believed she had been deeply betrayed. He desperately tried to defend himself, pleading his absolute innocence. He swore that his devotion had been unwavering, that he had intended to ask for her hand in marriage that very evening. But his words fell on deaf ears. The lack of foundational trust in their relationship proved too fragile to withstand the weight of the misunderstanding. She declared, with finality and absolute certainty, that their relationship was permanently severed. She turned her back on him and walked away, leaving him standing alone in front of his friends, holding the reins of a horse he no longer needed. The festive energy of the party instantly dissolved into a quiet, heavy melancholy. The guests slowly dispersed, offering sympathetic nods as they returned to their homes. Later that evening, in the quiet solitude of the empty courtyard, Julian and the heartbroken host sat in heavy, reflective silence. The monumental failure of the day weighed heavily upon their shoulders. Bubbles quietly approached the two defeated men, taking a seat beside them. He looked at his two oldest friends, his heart aching with a mixture of profound love and deep frustration. He took a slow, steady breath and began to speak. He told them how much he cared for them, how their friendship was the most valuable thing in his life. But his tone quickly shifted into a passionate, desperately needed plea for awareness. He challenged them to truly look at themselves, to examine their reflections in the mirror with absolute honesty. He spoke of the undeniable passage of time. They were growing older. The days of reckless youth were far behind them, yet they continued to make the same chaotic, impulsive decisions they had made when they were 17. He pointed out the harsh reality of their situation. Their relentless pursuit of illegal shortcuts had yielded nothing but pain, poverty, and isolation. He reminded them that he had chosen a different path, a path of honest labor and steady growth, and it had brought him peace. He painted a stark, heartbreaking picture of their potential future if they refused to change their ways. He warned them of the very real possibility of spending their final days confined in a cold institution, entirely alone, without family or friends to comfort them in their final moments. His voice trembled with genuine emotion as he delivered his final, absolute condition. If they truly loved him, if their lifelong bond meant anything at all, the reckless behavior had to stop. The endless cycle of lawbreaking and instability had to end, permanently and immediately. He stood up, leaving the profound weight of his words hanging in the quiet night air. He walked away, leaving Julian and his friend alone with their thoughts, the stars above bearing silent witness to the dawn of a desperately needed awakening. The cool evening breeze swept through the quiet edges of the trailer park, carrying with it the scent of pine needles and the faint, unmistakable aroma of a fresh harvest. For Ricky, this was not just another night under the vast, starry sky of Nova Scotia. This was the culmination of months of secret labor, of hiding his tracks, and of finally taking a step toward something resembling independence. He stood near the edge of the woods, his heart beating with a rhythm of anxious pride. "This is a big, big night for me," Ricky whispered to himself, looking out toward the dense tree line. "I finally did something of my own, and it paid off. I mean, that is why things got messed up in the past, because of Julian and Bubbles." He took a deep breath, feeling a rare sense of accomplishment wash over him. For years, he had relied on his friends to formulate the plans, to guide the way, and to invariably drag them all down into a chaotic spiral of consequences. But not this time. I finally got myself learned, he continued, a confident smirk playing on his lips. You want something done right, you get it done by your own. Footsteps crunched on the dry leaves behind him. It was Corey and Jacob, looking as nervous and eager as two stray dogs waiting for a meal. Well, you helped a bit too, Ricky, Corey offered, trying to be supportive, though completely misunderstanding Ricky's solitary moment of reflection. Jacob chimed in, nodding enthusiastically. Yeah, man, we totally had, wondering why the universe consistently chose to test his resilience in such harsh ways. The grand plan had evaporated, leaving him empty-handed and bruised once again. Miles away, in a completely different corner of the community, a much more successful enterprise was quietly blooming. The air inside the small, rustic shed was thick with the rich, comforting aromas of toasted malt and fresh hops. Bubbles stood proudly in the center of his makeshift brewery, surrounded by gleaming glass bottles and sturdy fermentation tanks. He had recently made a brilliant business decision, selling his closely guarded pizza sauce recipe to a peculiar gentleman from out of town. Instead of wasting the profits, he had wisely reinvested every single penny into building a legitimate beverage business. It had started slowly, a labor of love mixed with a healthy dose of anxiety, but his dedication was finally bearing fruit. He proudly inspected a freshly labeled bottle of his signature India Pale Ale. The beverage had become incredibly popular among the residents of the neighborhood. Business was truly flourishing. It was a refreshing change of pace from his previous, exhausting jobs, and the steady income brought a deep sense of peace to his usually worried mind. However, the pressure was mounting on this particular day. An enormous order had just been placed. 22 large cases of his finest brew were required for a massive, mysterious announcement party later that evening. The sheer volume of the order indicated that something extraordinary was about to happen, and Bubbles was determined to deliver. As he meticulously filled the final bottles, the door to the shed creaked open. Julian and the older patriarch of the neighborhood strolled in, their eyes scanning the impressive setup. The older gentleman warmly congratulated Bubbles on his remarkable success, noting how much better this honest work suited him. He even playfully suggested that Bubbles create a specialized, protein-enriched beverage and name it after him, a light-hearted joke that brought a smile to the hard-working brewer. Julian, however, was looking at the operation with a much more calculating gaze. He leaned against a wooden crate, trying to project an air of casual authority. He asked probing questions about the sales figures, inquiring if the venture was actually turning a profit. Bubbles, deeply perceptive and inherently cautious, saw right through the sudden interest. Julian was currently facing severe financial difficulties, and the sight of a thriving business clearly sparked a desperate desire to insert himself into the operation. The older gentleman quickly reprimanded Julian for his transparent motives, but Julian defensively claimed he merely wanted to ensure Bubbles was properly managing his finances and protecting his company from exploitation. He began tossing out complex business terminology, asking about company valuations and profit margins, desperately trying to sound like a seasoned investor from a television program. Bubbles gently but firmly halted the interrogation. He knew his friend was struggling. Julian sighed, his authoritative facade crumbling into genuine vulnerability. He confessed that his financial situation was dire. He was trying desperately to live a legitimate life, but the transition was incredibly difficult. He recounted a deeply embarrassing experience from the previous evening. He had invited a romantic interest over to watch a cinematic film, and his poverty was so severe that his guest had to purchase the microwave popcorn. Bubbles listened with a mixture of sympathy and mild exasperation. He gently reminded Julian that extravagant expenditures were unwise when funds were low. When Julian clarified that the date had taken place in his own living room and he simply could not afford a single bag of popcorn from the local market, Bubbles realized the true depth of his friend's despair. Without a word of judgment, Bubbles reached into his pocket and handed Julian a modest sum of cash. Julian initially resisted, his pride wounded, but the reality of his situation forced him to accept the gracious charity. Meanwhile, back at the center of the neighborhood, the morning sun illuminated a scene of domestic tension. The ambitious cultivator had returned to his home, his clothes disheveled and his arm sporting a highly visible, painful-looking scrape. His family, including his daughter Trinity and her husband Jacob, gathered around him with deeply concerned expressions. When questioned about the extensive injury, he quickly fabricated an absurd tale. He claimed that he, along with Jacob and Corey, had been engaging in the highly unusual sport of rollerblade skiing. According to his frantic story, they had hit a dangerous patch of loose gravel and suffered a terrible fall. Trinity stared at her father with absolute disbelief. She pointed out the small, metallic fragments embedded in Jacob's clothing, recognizing them not as gravel, but as the unmistakable remnants of a discharged warning shell. Her voice trembled with a mixture of anger and profound disappointment. She demanded the truth. Realizing that his protective lie had crumbled, he finally confessed. He apologized sincerely, his voice heavy with regret. He revealed the secret he had harbored for the entire summer. He had not been attending the educational courses he had claimed. Instead, he had been independently cultivating a massive, beautiful botanical garden hidden deep within the woods. He passionately described the magnificent plants, standing 8 feet tall, nourished by a complex irrigation system he had built with his own 2 hands. He had secured a miraculous, confidential buyer. If the previous night had gone according to plan, he would have secured enough funds to retire comfortably and provide for his family forever. But the beautiful dream had collapsed. Unknown individuals had discovered the location, harvested the plants, and chased them away in the dark. Trinity refused to be swayed by his grand justifications. She was horrified that he had endangered her husband in such a foolish pursuit. He weakly attempted to deflect the blame, arguing that Jacob had volunteered, but the truth remained clear. His relentless pursuit of shortcuts had once again brought chaos to their doorstep. Despite the crushing defeat and the heavy disappointment radiating from his family, he adamantly refused to cancel the massive celebration he had planned. He insisted that he still had a monumental announcement to make, one that had absolutely nothing to do with illegal activities. His family remained deeply skeptical, warning him that whatever he had planned needed to be truly spectacular to redeem his current standing. He assured them, with a renewed spark of wild determination, that his upcoming revelation would change everything. Across town, outside the stark, concrete walls of the local constabulary, 2 men breathed in the sweet, unburdened air of absolute freedom. Mr. Leahy and his faithful companion Randy had finally been released. Their time in confinement had been difficult, but it had ultimately strengthened their unique, deeply devoted bond. They stood on the pavement, ready to rebuild their lives from the ground up, finding profound comfort in the simple fact that they had each other. Their peaceful moment was interrupted by the approach of Officer Ted. Ted possessed a reputation for bending the rules to suit his own narrative. He handed them an envelope containing $50,000. It was a staggering sum, but a mere fraction of the $400,000 that had been seized during their initial arrest. Ted smoothly explained that the majority of the funds had been quietly reallocated to purchase new equipment for the police department. The money in the envelope was designated as hush money, a financial incentive to ensure their permanent silence regarding the entire affair. Mr. Leahy, possessing a sharp intellect beneath his eccentric exterior, quickly understood the gravity of the situation. He accepted the terms with a polite nod. As they walked away, the heavy burden of their past mistakes seemed to lift. Randy worried that Julian would soon arrive to demand compensation for the troubles they had caused him, suggesting they use this newfound wealth to purchase peace. But Mr. Leahy had a much more ambitious vision. He firmly stated that Julian would not receive a single penny. Instead, they would take their secret fortune to the local horse racing track. With absolute faith in their intuition, they would multiply their wealth and secure a future of uninterrupted comfort. Back at the residential park, the ambitious cultivator was pacing nervously on the magnificent, elevated wooden deck he had recently constructed above his home. He was incredibly proud of this architectural achievement. It featured comfortable reclining chairs, a high-quality sound system, a modern television screen, and a highly unconventional but functional drainage system. It was his personal sanctuary, a testament to his practical skills. However, his mind was entirely consumed by the impending party. His previous failures demanded that his upcoming announcement be nothing short of breathtaking. He consulted with